And we're live.
I swear that intro, it just gets me so fucking pumped. I'm gonna punch
I was
somebody
watching
in the
you.
throat.
Joe's sitting there because you guys can't see each other when the intro's going, but I can see everybody down here. And Joe's just sitting there like rocking out. And I'm like, what the fuck? Is he having
I'm
a
glad
seizure?
you like it, Joe.
That's what I love.
I will say, like, JoeBlow.com, they put together
love
like
that.
a video. I forgot what it was about, but they used that music that Newt
Really?
picked for that. And I'm like,
well,
it's
free music, so like
I guess,
that's
but I
it.
thought, like, what the fuck? They stole our music and it's some shitty video.
Well, it
It's
sure the
bad
hell
enough
works
they
for
can't get
us.
the
I
facts
think like
right.
100
Any of the
times
videos
better.
they mispronounce names, they get trivia wrong because they're just trying to throw the shit out there by people
Yeah, they
who
do.
don't.
I go crazy watching the videos. I'm like, that's not how you say it.
Oh my god! Oh, I get so mad. I'm like, am I the only one who gets mad about how they pronounce like certain makeup artists' names and directors' names? Fucking morons! If you're going to talk about movies for a living and get paid for it and do little retrospects, you better know how to pronounce the damn name and figure out when an actor actually died.
Yeah, they get shit.
I'm done now.
I've noticed that with a lot. But yeah, well, anyways, welcome to episode 343 of Fans of Power.
And one more
Joe
thing
Amato.
here.
I'm
not done here, Joe. We'll get to the chat room here in a second.
And Rebecca McDonald, a.k.a. Newt. I think that's everybody. I did it. I got all the intros, and I said the names perfectly, and I didn't mess up your name, Rebecca. I didn't call you
everybody, Joe.
Joe didn't talk nowhere near long enough that it takes him to do the chat. He's all coked up right now, isn't he?
Yeah,
probably. Yeah. Snorting coke
really
off two fuckers' asses.
A bunch.
He's high off his
I've had a lot of M&Ms. I had pizza. M&M's pizza.
Did you pay for it or was
pizza,
it free?
But it's really good. Had 3 meats on it. Oh no! I paid for it. This wasn't one that was free or I found, but I did get 55 cents off of the coupon over that program.
That he found.
Well, no. So
it's just
you have to say that though.
It's like a busted box of Dominoes he found in the dumpster. He's like, he likes penicillin on his pizza. Anyone get that reference? Anybody? God, nobody here. Not even Nathan.
No, what?
I said Joe likes penicillin on his pizza.
Oh, you're gonna. Yeah,
was that turtles?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm watching the chat and just kind of pick because I do because Joe will freak out, but I do think that there's a slight delay on his end again. Maybe. Pretty sure.
There is, and I'm pissed. I've noticed it. I was tempted to cut out and come back in, like you said, to see if it works. Goddamn weather around here, fucking everything up. And I reset the router and everything, the modem.
It's not
all
the
tornadoes and hurricanes and shenanigans and goings on.
Well, you know what? I am gonna leave and come right back in and cross my fingers and my eyes and my legs.
You know what? Don't bother. Don't bother. Just
Joe,
just go.
Don't leave. You're so. Oh god, his camera was so crystal
Joe, come back.
He'll come back and it'll do like it did last time, and then it'll fuck up Tyler's audio. And then Tyler will have to leave, which has to do the same shit all over again.
No, his camera was so clear. I was like, don't mess it up.
It was all going too well.
So Newt, were you feeling remorseful about missing last week?
Yes, because
what you get for being sick.
Yeah, exactly. And having to go into work at 7 o'clock the next day. So.
Oh God! On top of being sick.
Yep.
Good God.
Oh,
But
look, there he is.
There he is.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
Craven getting a C was like bullshit. At least you and Nathan gave him a B.
What I do wrong?
Like,
were you talking about me when I was gone?
You
What kind of
gave
bullshit?
What did you give Craven? You gave him like a C or something like that.
Yeah, it was not a B. It was like a average or below average. Yeah.
Well, that's not a good grade, Rebecca. I thought that was pretty good.
He should have gotten A. Top ranking.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, I mean, Ren apparently just hated everybody. That's a Spider-Man villain. Like, there's virtually nobody he likes, especially if they were white. You know, Tombstone.
That was great.
Yeah, that was
GSP,
awesome.
I have gotten my She-Ra figure.
Yeah. Rebecca's got some. She said she's got some loot, some things. That
I was gonna save her for last because she's the coolest thing that I got. But yeah, let's see.
That's pretty damn glorious.
Beautiful. I love the finish.
Any issues?
No issues.
Any issues with yours? No. Okay, good.
No. I've seen
JSP
have issues on him, but no, she's perfect.
Yeah, like JSP had two upper left arms on his. Was it? He had two upper left arms for his She-Ra, I think.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, JSP had two upper like. Okay.
Oh,
how's the posability?
But no, she's the posability's good. It's just you can't like the stand you can only pose her so much with the stand because the bases are too small. So I can't like have her too like
all battle ready
or anything unless I'm trying to just pose her without the stand, which is
that. Now that's the other thing I heard. People said they were trying to like pose her without the stand and she'd almost fall over. So
I've not tried it yet. I can imagine it because the heavy hair and everything, which is always a problem with the female figures.
I mean, she still looks amazing though. I mean,
she's on the fucking stand. Gorgeous. I love her. Let's see if she can get this stuff out of the way. No, she's fucking beautiful.
Now, would you say she's better than Masterverse and Origins?
I don't know, man.
I know it's kind of hard. We got so many people out there who just, they just can't understand something would be better than Masterverse and Origins.
There will be people that argue, like, it's not as good as mine.
And they have the brain of an ice cube. I want them to know that.
They'll cry to themselves. What else did I get? I got this.
I'll drink their tears
already.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one I was.
I never knew they actually had storybooks.
Yeah,
pretty.
That's
funny.
a lot like the Golden Book She-Ra books and painting.
I knew that would have the origin.
Yeah, gorgeous artwork in it, and it's like her origin story.
That's good. Even with Celeria, because most people didn't hear about her. I knew that would be in that book.
That's great artwork.
Awesome.
Yeah,
isn't it great artwork?
It's very impressive. Really nice. Is it just the one book?
Yeah, like this. I got some of the like Choose Your Own Adventures books, and they have some good illustrations in them, but they're not like fully colored or anything like that. Let's see. And then Joe has like the coloring books. I got her in her box. Moth Queen. Or Moth Lady, sorry.
Awesome.
I'm trying to think of Moth Player.
Does this say $2 when it used to be at KB?
Yeah,
$2.
Where was it at? $2 from
$2 at KB.
I knew I recognized that sticker. I knew I was. Yeah,
I can make it not fucking glare on her. Hold up.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
It's still glaring.
That's all. No, it's still good. We can see.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
And then I got one of the costumes for it.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
I'm not really big on collecting these. It just came with her, so I was like, I'll take it. Because for me, like the costume work is kind of the weakest part of the toy line, and it kind of covers up the gorgeous sculpting detail on their armor. So I'm like, I would never cover that up.
It's a cool idea, though. So it's like, I mean, you don't have to deal with variants. Just give them new outfits that you choose to put on them.
Yeah, it is.
But I wish they had done some of that with. I know they did like the weapons pack, but that would have been cool if you'd been given other types of armor, and recolored or repurposed for other characters if you wanted to. Or
what was cool was, Joe, remember that thing I sent you of like the Guardian Goddess dolls that Mattel released a while, like predates all that. It came out in like the 70s. They had armor. They had armor that would clip on them instead of like the cloth stuff, which I thought was really cool.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah,
those were cool.
It'd be really cool if that mythology was kind of like linked to She-Ra altogether, almost like another planet that was. I mean, just like Eternia and Etheria have another. I felt like that's a proper mythology that's taken very seriously and not, brightened up, for
You know,
girls
it's
who just want to
not
comb
like the
shit.
stories I have. They're not girlish, I guess you'd
Yeah.
say, or like dumbed
Even the
down.
coloring
There's-
book stories,
there's
remember
depth in them.
they
There's
Yeah,
takes place
even
in
the
the
coloring book did
barbarian
that.
world. It's like it's fucking cool.
And we're probably saying something
And
that
well
Rob
written.
Davis listening to is like, oh my God, I'll buy it up and put it in Origins
no,
and Masterverse.
please.
Oh dear God, let's pray that never happens, because it was really well written for those Golden
Mhm.
Girls stories. I'd hate to see that get fucked up. I have a little bit of a haul, but I'm not going to show it yet, because first I'm going to say hello to the chat. We have Zentron, Parik, Papa Hud 69, Drake Tank, MOTU, Matthew. What happened to Tyler? Did he just
I don't know.
The minute I said
I'm
Rob
sorry, I'm
Davis
getting
going to take
goofy.
our idea, you guys froze up. I went, what the fuck? He's hacked in.
Okay, Fedmon.
See, on our
guys,
screen,
it
it
looked
was
like you guys
just-
either didn't like my joke or something really like Mattel has hacked our live.
I
No,
thought it was dumb.
on-
I started
here.
like, here.
On our end, you were just sitting there like,
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
guys were just like crickets. Like, Tyler, that wasn't
Okay.
funny.
All right.
You know.
Papa Hood 69, Drake Tank, Jenny K. I love you, baby.
Didn't you already
Brian
do this,
Grumman.
Joe?
What's that?
Didn't you already say go through the chat room
What'd
all
you say,
coked
Tyler?
up?
no, he mentioned us.
No,
Huh?
I'm doing it for you. Yeah, Jaime. No, I only mentioned you guys. I didn't do the chat yet.
Oh.
Jaime Mares, and that's why I got to really catch up, and I'm gonna try to do it real quick.
Dumbass.
Never fucking mind.
Joe Morrow's with us here
I'm
tonight.
going
Look, we
quick.
got a celebrity with us tonight.
Rebel Wookie. Ethan Michael Crane. Gavin. Dr. Michael Morbius. Brad Collins. I'm
Wait,
trying, everybody.
Morbius is in here?
Adam Guybert.
The vampire?
Yeah, say the name, Nathan.
Johnny Cock.
There we go. We got
Hey, Craven
Oh,
compares
foul!
nothing.
You got Jared Leto as your icon. No. Change that shit back to classic.
Dude, they're
70s
making a
Morbius.
Craven movie, and I'm like, please don't.
Yeah, we
Just
talked
leave
about
him
Yeah, he'll be
that.
alone.
dumbed down by
Talk about
that
this.
jerk off
Just
from
leave
the
him
Godzilla
alone.
movie and play Quicksilver, who just wore Under Armour.
Simple tricks and nonsense. Omegator. JSP. For fuck's sake, let's see. I'm still scrolling. Speaking moistly. That fucking name gets me every time. Thanos Copter.
A lot of new people in here, man.
Mick DJ, Casey Duncan. I know, and goddamn it, I know I'm gonna miss somebody. If I do, apologize. Just blame Nathan or blame my shitty internet.
Put in the chat
Felipe,
room, like how you found us. We're just curious to know. But
Yeah.
Did you by accident? Did you hear good things from people you knew? And they're like, by God, I'm gonna check it out myself.
you never know.
Yeah.
Felipe's here. On the run is here. Carlos is here. Sweet fuck. And Sobek is here. God, if I missed anybody, I apologize. But I tried to do that.
And that guy too.
Yeah,
I thought Sweet Fuck was the name of one of the people in the chat room.
Oh no, that was no, that was just me saying. Now I did get.
I'm like, where is
some-
he
it's
from
not
or
super
she? I don't want to.
I
just
forgot
assume.
to show off Cal. He came with
That's
Shira.
awesome.
I'm better than everything. I just cool shit.
Here he is
Just
next to
send me
my
it.
little Cal. That I
Joe,
made.
And your call was awesome.
Joe, don't be mad.
Send
Send
me
me
the big-
poor.
Yeah.
Hey Rebecca,
Send me the
why don't
big-
you just send me the big cow? Come on, you really don't want him, do you? You really don't.
I already got the
Come on,
little
think-
one.
Okay.
Joe,
What?
just go to the usual. Ask for a handout and tell everyone how poor you are on the podcast, and some
Well,
poor schmuck will send you a
speaking of-
package.
Oh,
Speaking of
great.
cheap
Who
stuff-
who sent Joe shit?
Who's the unlucky bastard who bought this hook, line, and sinker this week?
Well, speaking of some cool little shit. Now, at one time, those world's smallest figures, I remember them being $10 individually at the store. Now they did something different, and I called it. And they didn't have Oracle. I got really pissed because I want him and the mini Castle Grayskull, but they had him for Myers for $4.99, and I got a Skeletor. But what's cool is it comes in a different kind of smaller container box like this. But check this out. Oh, I'm dropping shit. Fuck it. But it comes with.
All right, Mean Gene.
I mean, beyond the figure that's smaller and fuck. If Nathan, if you want to get a little close up action here. I mean, first there's that, but then check
Just
this shit out.
totally break
Full
your setup.
Colored mini comics, mini comics, and they are fucking all. It's the entire fucking mini comic. It's not just a couple pages. It's the whole mini comic. And for people that might be blind as a bat because the print's so small, they gave a magnifying glass. All this shit for $4.99. I was like, son of a bitch, that's
cool.
awesome. And Tyler, look, yeah, and look, there was other ones because I got a couple others. Fastest draw in the universe. And this one, well considered a really shitty fucking mini comic. I didn't flip over, but Eye of the Storm.
Oh my God.
But they actually have a bunch of these other little mini comics. Like, That's really fucking awesome. $4.99, and they're getting more here than when they were selling it first, when it was just the fucking figure for almost $10. So now $4.99, you're getting all this shit. That was at my Myers. I don't know. I don't know what it's like at other stores if they're even available yet, but fuck, you can't beat that. That's really cool, especially with the mini comics, the mini comics. I was like, fuck off.
It just seems kind of pointless if you have the full size one, but
whatever.
Yeah. It's a cool gimmick, you bastard. I think it's fucking awesome.
No, it's an affordable gimmick, you bastard.
Yeah, well, it is.
Look at this.
Is that Grim? Tell me that's Grim that did that.
I don't know.
Oh no, I hope it's not. I hope it really is the Mattel legal team.
Who fucking did that? Whoever did that, that's genius. That's fucking awesome. But hey, not everybody can afford the Ultimate Battleground mini comic. It's $100. So look, you get a mini Ultimate Battleground. So check that out. It's awesome.
Joe, what other inanimate object are you gonna take a picture of that with and post on your Facebook to get like 300 reactions and 800 comments?
It doesn't really make much sense, but somehow everyone's like, "Oh my god, Joe, let me suck you off over this post."
It's awesome though. It was really cute. I mean, cool. It's awesome. But yeah, it's like it's full colored and shit.
Imagine Joe takes us into the shitter with him and reads his little mini comics.
It's Gavin the Nerd. Gavin the Nerd has joined the Mattel legal team.
Why'd you give up your identity? We could have kept that going.
That could have been a great gimmick, but either way, knowing you, that's great, Gavin. But I was almost
send a cease and desist to Tyler Baker. Tell him his ideas are shit.
Yeah, well, I'll take your cease and wipe my ass with it.
You okay, Joe?
Well, another thing I was doing is
you were like,
goddamn phone was starting to.
Oh,
no, the phone was ringing.
Those
but
goddamn telemarketers.
Something creepy happened to me the other day.
What happened with your laundry detergent?
What happened?
I was sitting on my computer and like my Dragon Walker just fucking came on by itself and knocked all my figures down that was in front of it.
Which Dragon Walker?
Your figures are always falling in that room. Didn't your merman fall over?
Oh, that's awesome.
Your merman fell that one time too, right? And didn't it
break
or something?
My entire Mondo's like fell over. Started with merman, but no, this guy he came on like.
I thought you were gonna tell me like your 2000X Dragon Walker, like throw that shit out.
The original one. And he like knocked out all the figures. I'm like, what the shit? That's creepy. There's batteries in it.
You should have went.
It would be really creepy if there was no batteries.
Is Sonny doing it?
No, Sonny.
I think Sonny's knocking shit over and back you.
What did you do?
Hey, Sonny, zip it. We're trying to do a podcast here.
Right now,
my
original Castle Grayskull's on my floor in here because I don't have any space. And when I was fostering the little kitten, I was looking for her, and she was inside Castle Grayskull. It was so cute.
It was like Battle Cat inside and Castle.
Yeah.
Castle
I'm like, where is she? Where'd she go? And I see her pop her little head out of Castle Grayskull and go back in. I'm like, oh my.
Well, we'll be seeing Mr. Tyler Baker in court. If Tyler loses, we'll send him truckloads of all the Masterverse back stuff.
I'll meet the truck outside and take a big shit on it when they dump it out. So
or light it on fire.
I'll do it like a full on Facebook live feed and everything. It'd be great. We'll still make sure Mattel's like tagged in it and everything. I'll
what I was doing when I was doing my like recap on the Superman He-Man comic. Well, first I know Grim likes to point it out. It's like I of course have the the original one, but then there was that the reprint that came with the 2-packs that were at Toys
the awkward size 2-pack figures.
Yeah, and this is like it's a more vibrant print compared to this, but it's still cool to have them both. But I didn't know if you guys knew this, and I know of course most of you probably do, but for those that don't know, is before they did their one runs with their comics, they had previews of the Masters of the Universe comic in every single November basic, I think, DC comic. Like some of them was, the first issue was Supergirl, Superman and the Atom, Action Comics. All these had the preview of the Masters of the Universe comic in November before December when they had just the run of the, the 3-part series. But as I was looking through more of the stuff, I came across this, and I forgot I had this. Why is this so
Graham Cracker Comics exclusive, yeah.
Nice.
But Tyler, maybe you would know this because I actually don't. Why is this worth so much? I went to eBay and it was selling anywhere from $650 to $1,000 for this. It's like
that was the only way you could get that is if you went to GrahamCrackerComics.com at that time because they had a few like variant covers that they were selling.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. But this was like way back, like debit cards were not a thing and things like that. So it was like this was like 2002, 2003.
Was this particular?
Were they?
Yeah.
I mean, I was just wondering if this one had
we didn't have one. That's the whole thing.
I just didn't know if this one had a lower run than some of the other Graham Cracker exclusives for other variants, because it shocked me. I was like, and this is absolute perfect condition. I mean, anytime I get something, it's I half the time don't even fucking
get it graded, Joe. It'll be worth 4 times as much.
I don't know, but that was awesome. And then I forgot I had my quarter free Sonic comic that I got with stuff. So that's when Sonic had his debut with Archie.
Oh, cool.
It's not issue 1. It's actually number 1.
Hey, Joe, I have a question.
Yeah.
Did you find all this stuff when you were looking for your Golden Girl book?
Leave me alone. So anyways, well, I was trying to.
I can put 2 and 2 together. I knew.
It was.
You're looking for it.
Joe doesn't read comics, so he had no reason to really dig through.
No, listen, it was a combination of looking for that Golden Girl coloring book and also me getting the Superman one so I could get refreshed. And I always had everything in a stack, along with. I like the Toy Fair issue. This is the one that talked about the 2000 X figures and the delay. Like there's a particular panel with Skeletor, and he's holding this. Here, let me show you, because I know Tyler remembers this one. It was always cool with all the shit that they would put in these for little previews. But he's holding like one of those hourglasses with the sands in them and talking about the delay of the line. And I completely forgot about it until I started reading. It was like this particular page, Tyler, does that maybe? Oh, wait, hold on. Does that ring a bell with Skeletor and this talking about the delay of the figure?
Vaguely.
Yeah, because it was kind of cool. Yeah, because they talked about, the figures have been delayed by 6 months until July or August. And it says, we know we feel the same way you do. And yes, we have the bruises on our heads to prove it. Now, hear the good news. The line is being delayed to coincide with a 1-hour animated cartoon television special that will shed light on the origins of He-Man. And they said, could this be a preview of a new He-Man cartoon for launch this fall? And it said, could it usher in new characters? And I just thought it was weird because that's how I always got my information. But, when you read this, you're thinking, oh, we're only getting a special, but is there going to be a new cartoon? So all sorts of cool shit.
I thought it was by Carrier Pigeon, Joe.
No, and the prices, and this is the other crazy thing, is they had, now this is back in 2002, is the prices of carded versus loose He-Man figures.
God,
and for example,
cheap, so fucking cheap.
Oh, man. God, like listen, Laser Power He-Man, $209 being carded, Laser Light Skeletor, $123 carded. Those things are in the thousands now, but all the prices of these things are like nothing, so cheap. So I just like
Toy Fair's prices were a lot lower than like Lee's Toy Review. Lee's Toy Review, the price they were like, I mean, not like $50 more, but I always found Lee's toy prices, because they had mint and card and loose, but I guess they assumed complete. But their prices were always higher than what Toy Fair's prices were, which I always thought was so odd, because nobody had the same pricing for the vintage toys. Like everybody had like a different price. At like you'd find like there's a like annual or yearly like price guide books for like vintage toys that would be like this big, and He-Man toys would be in there, and there would be one price for all the toys, not mint and card, not loose, just one price. Like the Sorceress, $100. You don't know if that means mint and card or loose.
Oh, that's weird. Okay.
Yeah, I used to go to Walden Books and Barnes & Noble all the time looking for toy books, and I'd find all kinds of price guide books. Yeah.
And I remember going, I did Barnes & Nobles, I think Thackeray's, Walden Books. I remember all those stores. And then I had one last set of comics, because these were all stuck together. And I was like, if I show this,
here's my stack of penthouses.
No, I know if I do it, he's going to say, see, Joe is like 100 years old. Now, I was not born in the 60s.
Howdy Doody comics or something?
No, it's Golden Legacy comics that I have. Like, I have a bunch of these. And I was like, I know he's going to try to age me now and say, see, Joe really is born in the 60s or 50s. But no, these are just
Joe doesn't need to read that stuff. He lived it.
Bastard. I forget what you say. But that was all the kind of things that I had. It was a trip down memory lane.
Cool.
Hey, we also have the Warner Brothers legal team is in here as well. You guys are dropping the ball with all that DC shit, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, yeah, you got James Gunn and some other goofball to get your movies in line. Yeah, I can't wait.
Now what are you looking for, Joe?
But that's it. I think that's all the new stuff. Oh, and for those people who didn't get... No, thank you. And I was going to say one last thing. For those people who didn't get Wave 2 of the Origins that missed out on Scareglow, Orko, Trapjaw, Manny Faces, they're popping up at Targets now everywhere, and it has the 40th anniversary logo. But this has made a lot of people happy because that's the wave so many people wanted, and we're really fucking pissed because of that crazy distribution that only a couple Walmarts got them here in the United States, and it seemed like other parts of the world were getting
I bet
tons
they
of
were
them.
in the back,
So
and now
they
that
made
like
up for that, and
holiday
those.
season. Oh, sorry.
Oh no! Well, this, like I said, has the 40th anniversary, logo. It has a display piece that it came on, and so I've been seeing those selling out quick. I went to my Target yesterday to see just how it was looking, and it looks like those things will probably be sold out probably by tomorrow or Tuesday. But I want to try to get the stand. I hope I can get the display stand. It's got Orko on it. I gotta have my Orko on there and some Scare Glow action.
And what's your pitch gonna be? How are you going to make them feel sorry for you so they'll just give it to you?
Oh, literally, I'm going to say, hey, I know you guys always just junk the stuff when it's done. I was like, but hey, is it okay if I get this? I'm going to get this figure anyways. That's what most people have done, and they just
But you need to explain why they should give it to you, not just because you say they're going to give it away. They need to understand that, that it's better that you'll go away if they give you what you want. Otherwise, you'll stand there. Develop a cloud of dust around you and stink, and you'll be touching yourself inappropriately around your pepperoni nipples.
Look at Nathan. No, they will give it to me. Trust me. As long as it's still there. I hope that some other shit didn't swoop in there and take it away. My nipples are poking out a little bit.
Just go in there, take the figures out of the stand, and then just go put those.
That's what most people have done,
and then just walk out with it. Yes,
Nathan, you see, I got some nipple action going on.
Not really, because your gray shirt kind of hides it pretty well.
No, yeah, we see it.
Then your quality is really
save
shit.
that for the females who so desire to see the pepperoni nipples there, Joe.
This show is just
let me know if you can see my nipple action going on.
This show is just going to turn into some way for basically Joe to have like video sex with Jenny. That's all this is.
I guess like Joe wants like some twisted orgy approach, like we sit here and watch him, engage in, inappropriate behavior.
Just in the middle of it, all of a sudden, Joe will just be like, I'll be like, what's that all about? Don't worry about it.
I promise. I'm done. I won't say no more. I promise. Okay,
sure. Well, Jenny, what do you want him to show next?
She's probably gonna reply.
And if
probably like, oh god, what the hell is he talking about?
The people at home, if they're like, why is he just like itching himself? It's that time of year, man. It's like it's cold as shit outside, and now like my skin is just dry, so I get all itchy.
Look what you.
She's officially dead. And then Tyler's got a bum arm. What'd you do to your arm?
No, it's been bothering me for like a long time, so I got to be careful like when I do certain exercises to put like a lot of direct pressure on my left elbow. So I just decided to start icing it.
Got that tennis elbow, huh?
I don't know what it is, but it's not with everything. It can handle a lot of stuff, but then sometimes it just gets irritated. Even when I'm not doing anything, it'll just start kind of like throbbing pain. So
you're not going to go to the doctor?
Well, it's not affecting anything. It's just kind of like one of those things that it's definitely like exercise related.
Still full range of motion and everything, though?
Yeah, I can still do everything, but I got to be careful putting like certain like angles of pressure on it. I can handle like oddly enough doing bench press, but like certain tricep exercises like really irritate the shit out of it, or certain back exercises. So I just decided to like, after I got some much needed information, I was like, all right, I'm gonna just start trying to ice the hell out of it as much as I can to kind of keep, because unless I do something about it, it's not going to go away. So.
It's almost like you should go to the doctor.
Well, I go to the doctor for everything else, but this is one of those things like it's not a constant throughout the day, all day. It's just kind of sporadic. But I kind of feel like, just starting to ice it and stay with it. If it gets to where it interferes with my job, then I'm like, I will go to the doctor.
It's Wanker's cramp.
Yes.
Zentron.
Yes. Erica suggested that. Yes.
Too much jacking off with the stranger, because you're right-handed, right?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm a right-handed person. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Joe is what we like to call ambidextrous.
Whatever works. Fuck it. Joe Amato's nipples. God damn it! Stop in the chat. I can't take these names no more.
Oh,
we got to get going on the show.
Oh, that's awesome. Look at that. That would actually be like a good gamer tag for PlayStation,
Yeah.
Joe Amato's nipples.
Okay, I gotta stop touching myself. It's a habit, and it might be because it's like you said, cold and dry, and I just a habit of.
You're just
because you never do that, Joe.
Yeah.
You're just
it's cold.
You're just excited to talk about From Eternia with Death, which obviously, Joe, your experience with it, you bought it like brand new on the newsstand.
Yeah. And that's my official one. I got all boarded up. Yeah.
And you're not embarrassed about that, or like want to hide that fact, or?
Oh shit. No, fuck.
Now he is.
No, I mean, I was.
Now he is.
I was young. I was like really young. I think I was 3 or
23.
Shit. Well, you know what I mean. Okay. Somebody else talk because I fucking painted myself into a corner.
Guys, just show you're so easily rattled. It takes nothing to get you worked up. No one would be able to figure out your age, at all. But yet somehow all we got to sit there and say is that Joe could buy it at that time. Joe could have been 5 years old. He could have been 25 years old.
Nobody knows.
See, yeah, exactly. I was about 3. I saved up all my pennies and I was able to get it. So
how much?
It was really cheap.
How much was this comic?
Was it 75 cents? Let me see. I think it was 75 cents.
Because on here,
shit, even cheaper. 60 cents. 60 cents.
Yeah, because they don't. If you guys want to read this comic, the easiest way, easiest legal way, I guess, it's on the DC Infinite comic app, which is how you have to do digging for it, though. Like, you even if you just search for Masters Universe, it pulls up all those other shitty books that they've done the last, 10 years.
Oh, God, you have to know all about that.
Yeah, so you got to dig for it, but...
I was trying to look at differences with the cover. The cover, beyond the color, it's all the same. They don't have the price. They don't have the barcode, obviously. And it even looks like slight bit of the mountain was maybe cut off. I mean, it's just a slight thing with the mountains, but there ain't much of a difference. It's pretty much all the same.
And if you want to buy a copy of this on eBay, it does not come cheap. I looked that up.
How much is it, by the way?
Well, people have them graded, so that obviously makes it more. But you're looking at, I don't know, $150, $200.
Wow.
Are you shitting? What about the reprint though? That's the exact same thing that came with the classics. That's got to be a lot cheaper.
I don't really. I don't see a lot of the reprints on here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Damn, I know that much.
Tyler, what's your experience? Like your firsthand experience with the book? Was this something that you read way past the 3-parter DC story, or
I never had access to it. It was not made available at all. I just would see a picture of it, I think, on He-Man.org. I would not actually get to look at a copy of it till I got that shitty 2-pack. Actually, I just got the comic. Someone was selling the comic separate.
Nice.
So I didn't have to buy the 2-pack. So I just wanted it because it was hard to find, anywhere for that matter. And so that was pretty much my first experience with just knowing about it. Was like, oh, this is so cool. Like, He-Man battling Superman, like his very first appearance, I always thought was really, really cool. And just the summary that was posted about it, and that was really about it. So it was kind of one of those sought after items I just never saw out and about at comic book shows or flea markets or anything like that. So it's always been like a fun little oddity and an actual crossover done right, not with some sort of bullshit agenda where the people at DC think that this is beneath them to incorporate this fantasy toy character into their mythology. So therefore, we must write it, much like how the current status quo at DC has done with He-Man time and time and time again, even with the illustrious writing power of Sir Rob David.
My first experience with this comic was actually just this week, reading it for the first time. I had heard of it, but it's one of those things that I never sought it out to read it. And when we get into it, I like some of the parallels involved with He-Man and Superman, with how they're portraying both of the characters in here. But Newt, I guess you said maybe you read it a few years ago.
I read it a while ago, God damn, it'd be like 10 years ago now, and I can't remember where it was. Like, it may have been on He-Man.org. It was online somewhere. One of those bootleg comic sites that I go to sometimes, but
Get the
I read it
viruses.
online then, and that was the last time I read it, and I was like, oh, this was fun, and then it kind of just... It was fun. It doesn't, like, stick with me, like, oh, man, that was such a great story. I need to own that. I need to reread it. It's a fun...
Yeah, it's just like
really
short and
nice little
sweet.
story.
It's a
I mean,
throwaway story. I mean,
it's Superman, who's one of my favorite superheroes of all time, and
Really?
so of course, yeah, I
Really?
love Superman.
No, all right. So
Why'd you say it like
It's
that, Nathan?
Superman, Wonder Woman,
Yeah.
Spider-Man, not in that order, but yeah.
to quote our illustrious guest from last week, Ren McKenzie, Superman is a garbage character.
He
Oh,
thinks everyone's a garbage character.
Oh,
Superman is awesome.
let
We
me.
should all aspire to be
I
like
think he's
Superman.
just a closet Steel fan. He doesn't want to admit it.
I agree, Rebecca. I agree with you, Rebecca.
We need that. I think we, as humans, we need that purity, like Superman, like
I
this
agree.
guy who is all good. We need something like that to aspire to, you know?
Especially
Like me.
these days, we do.
I
agree.
No, well, Ren had said, a classic with that overpowered Boy Scout. # Superman sucks. I'm with him. I just...
He's not always overpowered though. Like,
I
he's
know,
always
but-
super powerful,
but
but he's not always overpowered.
But you always have to write it in a bullshit way. Like, it's like, oh, how did the kryptonite get here this time? Wow, look, I don't know. I've never really...
No, he
Doug
gets that a
Nathan's
lot.
so
He gets it a
jaded.
lot.
He's jaded. Nathan's jaded.
I just don't like him.
Mm,
I don't
okay.
like those comic characters that are just like the Boy Scout. They're just so pure and good. I don't, because
What's wrong with that? Wouldn't you love to have somebody like that in the real world that could save us? if we were in
because I
trouble?
just, and that's
Well,
why
Joe, I live 15 minutes from the guy. You know,
Oh,
it-
for
my
fuck's
God.
sake!
I mean,
This-
if there's
this
trouble,
shit.
I mean,
I
might
Emily
agree
just
with
runs up to
Nathan
the
now.
barn and pulls the lever and shoots the big T into the sky. And,
Now I agree with
Uh,
Nathan. I might have
you
to
know?
go with Nathan now. Jesus Christ! Maybe
I
I'll
just
have to rethink
don't.
this
I
shit.
just don't. And
No.
it's like Joe said. Oh, wouldn't you like someone like that? I'm like, that kind of person. I feel like doesn't exist, because to me, I don't think that there's anybody out there that's like completely.
But that's why it makes you decide.
entirely
Wouldn't it be amazing
good.
if there was somebody like that?
I guess
It would be great though. The thought of it, if there was somebody like that, it's an amazing thought. You know, I'd like to save the world if I had powers. I'm a good guy.
kind
Joe,
of
quit trying
hobo,
to copy
you
me.
kind of hobo powers which you have, Joe.
I see the chat's
would
bringing up
expect-
the animated series. The animated series was really, really good.
He's good in. I like him in the Justice League cartoon, but I just.
But his standalone series from the 90s, that was really, really good.
Yeah,
He's not overpowered in that one.
I just
They
don't
they
like.
made, they gave him I thought that was like the perfect amount of power for Superman in that series.
Well, we had this. What about Injustice Superman? See, I like the idea of like Superman just turning back, because like, how do you stop him other than kryptonite, of course? But like, he's just so overpowered. I just don't. That's just too much for me.
That's why The Boys was really good. It's like you have the Superman-like character who's evil, and it's just you realize how fucking scary Superman would be if he was evil.
Yeah.
So it is cool to see that opposite kind of thing. No, I love.
But I mean,
Yeah, like,
but
what
he's
was
no
that
different
movie
than a
Rebecca
lot of
that came
superheroes.
That's one of my.
though.
That's one of my favorite movies is Superman the movie.
I mean, yeah, and
No, but I
that's
agree.
another thing I was going to ask Nathan too. Like, you know, and I'm not as invested in the Superman. I like Superman. I love the first Superman. I like Superman 4. I do. I own it, and I
I
don't.
know
I
that's fine. I like it too.
I'm like, dude, I don't care. I do not care. People, you know, Joe, you're one to talk so much dog shit. Maybe you watch. Yeah, Joe and Mr. Medea over there. So dude, he got no room to talk about quality of films, man.
I have plenty of room. Oh my God, Superman.
No, you don't.
God, I can't stand it. But it's still good. No, I mean,
but
that's
at
still
least
a
in
good
every one of the Superman films, Christopher Reeve always delivered a great performance.
Absolutely.
Like, were they great
He
movies?
did. Oh yes.
Yes. No. But that's why I like. That was always my first introduction to Superman was Christopher Reeve.
Same.
But I don't think Superman at times is no different than a lot of superheroes. A lot of superheroes have that same mentality that he does, and yeah, when you do write them overly like he doesn't have too many weaknesses and he can do so many things. It does make it hard to make villains that are plausibly a threat to him. And you do have to kind of come up with a lot of convenient ways of like, oh, well, this guy just happens to know how to do this, or this guy happens to have kryptonite. It does make it, But as people have seen who are fans of the character, like any great writer can find a way to work around it and tell a very compelling story. Much like with any character that we think is shitty, like you get a good artist and a good writer behind it, like, oh wow, they actually made me care about this character. I thought this was like an F-list character. This is like a Ren McKenzie I hate character, which is damn near everybody from last week. If you don't know what we're talking about, check out our Spider-Man top tier list of villains. He hates everybody. I always understood Nathan's like take on Superman, why some people don't like the character, but I genuinely love the character. But I'm not well versed in his mythology. I could not hold a conversation about Superman with any like Superman fans.
He'd be like Joe last week.
Yeah, I still thought
I would be like the bare minimum. I would be like, I like Superman 4.
Yeah,
and they're like, oh god, yeah, oh man, no, Henry Cavill. Well, they start talking about Zack Snyder's Spider-Man, then
Henry Cavill was a decent. I like.
No, he wasn't.
Him as Superman. The movie was shit.
No, and was he.
When people are like, "Oh, he's better than Chris Reeve," I'm like, "Okay, now." No, he's not.
And please tell me your fist stopped right at their face when you heard them say that.
People say that shit all the time, but I liked Brandon Routh as Superman. I thought
I did too, even though that movie's a piece of shit. And Nathan thought it was great when it first came out, and I'm like, oh god, it's another one of those highs.
It's pretty boring.
It's very boring.
Yeah,
movie. It's very boring. Nothing happens.
Stupid. Yeah.
But Brandon Routh looked awesome as Superman.
He had those Chris Reeves like mannerisms.
Down,
and the look.
Yep.
But it was just such a pointless film. It really was. It was just. It was. I really don't. And Bryan Singer left doing X-Men, to go and do that, and we ended up getting a shitty X-Men movie and a shitty Superman movie. So, we really got screwed over that summer.
Yeah, I'm glad he's canceled now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that pervert.
Yeah, he was.
Which one we talking about, Bryan Singer or
Bryan
Brett
Singer.
Ratner? Oh, Brett Ratner too, because I know he's guilty of
Yeah.
You want it? You want it? What do you want? And here, take it. Take a hold on to it. That kind of shit. Making girls, do tricks like Harvey Weinstein, making women like watch him jerk off behind a plant or some shit.
Jesus.
like some weird Joe Amato shit.
I don't know which Lois Lane I dislike more though. The chick who was in Superman Returns or Amy Adams, because they were
they're both bad.
Oh god, they were all. I probably would say Amy Adams because she was just obnoxious.
That's what I lean towards more. I'm like,
and I don't like her as an actress anyway.
I couldn't stand either of them.
Well, yeah, Kate Bosworth, she sucked too, and she looked ugly as Lois Lane too.
What bothers me so much about Amy Adams is she just looks like Amy Adams. He didn't even want to try to like give her a dark wig or like put on a sassy attitude. You just want to be Amy Adams on screen.
Yeah, and I love how when she shows up, she just walks into a fucking spaceship like no big deal. Like, wait, hold on. You just have her just walk right in there like no big deal. There's no.
God, I forgot so much about that movie. I saw that once in theaters and never again.
When they were reopening the old theater downtown, me and Erica went to go see it. And I was like ready to pull my hair out during like the early stage of this film. Like, will this fucking movie ever end?
I'm saying when I watched it.
And I was like,
we
went and had yogurt afterwards. And I'm like, I hate this movie. This is ridiculous. You don't understand. This movie's a piece of shit. And I'm sitting there like, ranting and raving on the sidewalk while having frozen yogurt.
Yogurt can't help this.
Oh, God. I even bought a Superman shirt for the occasion and everything. I was like, this would be great. This would be wonderful. How could it fail?
Oh.
And then I was like Joe Amato.
Yeah.
God. And then when I hear people like defending like Batman versus Superman, and I refuse to see it because I hated Man of Steel so much, I'm like,
that
how could
and Justice League like blend together in my mind because I've only seen them all once, and both those movies are like the same movie. I have not even watched the director's cut of Justice League because
Nathan forced himself to do it.
The Snyder cut?
Yeah, I don't know why.
It was better than the theatrical.
I'm sure,
but you certainly weren't impressed by it.
No. I mean, I'm glad that it's out there and it exists for everybody. And if people are That
Is
stuff.
it really just modern fans, people who claim the monsters? Are they just louder than the people who have kept these properties alive a lot longer? Not just because they're older, but because they don't settle for just whatever is. Hey, it's a new superhero movie. But you gotta like it because it's new. It's I can attach myself to something now. It's like.
No.
I would love to understand why people will sit there and say that Christian Bale and Henry Cavill are like the definitive Batman Supermans.
People will say that, and they'll say fucking Gal Gadot, who I do love as Wonder Woman, is better than Linda Carter, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? She is great, but she is not Linda Carter. Come on.
I still
Sorry.
never understood people's fascination with that version of Wonder Woman. Like I only saw half of the first one. It was okay.
I
But
really
once it's-
liked the first movie, and I just feel like they got her personality right, which I never expected a Hollywood movie to get that close to her, because she is so like pure and good and innocent in a way, and I just thought they'd be like, oh no, we need to make her like a badass and like manly and whatever.
I love that because I just recently Emily Blunt was interviewed about female roles, and she's like, that is what has doomed female
saw
acting
that.
in Hollywood. Yeah,
I saw that. I love that. She
Strong
said,
female characters. She's like, I'm over this bullshit. All it is the exact same thing. Oh, I'm stoic. I say tough, badass things. Like, I was so glad to hear a very well known and respected actress who's like, this is stupid.
I saw that
bullshit.
interview. I agree with that. I loved
Oh
reading
my
that.
god! Like when are they going to get over this fact that like it's like they don't know how to write women any other way other than just be badass and just say strong, cool things and
Be
and then
like a
Joe will do
man.
customs of you and shit.
Just be like a dude. It's like, no, can I be like a woman and still be strong? Like, can I be graceful and elegant and still be like taken as serious as a dude?
And it does make me wonder, like, are women in a position of power in Hollywood? Can they write women like that, or is it pretty much everybody who's in a position of authority in Hollywood, in charge of writing comics, movies, animated series, has no clue how to write women is extremely likable to where you're not seeing anything other than I really like this character, and it's irrelevant whether it's male or female. It shouldn't matter.
Right.
Like we've said countless times on this podcast, we brought up endless ideas and suggestions of women that are written is great and enjoyable, and you know what? It means nothing because what difference does it make?
Mhm.
But now it's more of a look at me kind of thing as opposed to don't you want to blend in and to not become like I don't know. Am I making any sense?
No.
Yeah, you are.
It not only applies to the strong female thing, but it's also just like the race stuff. Where it's like,
yeah.
look what we did, and it's like,
Hey, we made Name more Hispanic. Like, oh wow, why?
Is he a good character? I don't care. Like, do what you want, but write it well. And if you don't do that,
Right.
then it doesn't.
That's the
What's the
thing that
point?
sucks is they think that they can change a character to a woman, and that's a safe net for any criticism that they may get that's valid for their inability to write properly.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm criticizing for your fucking movie, not because you changed this into a girl or because you made it a different race. But that is a safety net, because any criticism comes out like, you wrote that like shit, like the Star Wars movies.
You're a toxic
Written like
fan.
shit.
You're racist.
Well, you just hate women and people of color. It's like, no, I hate dumb movies.
I hate
yet they
shitty
still-
writing. Rob
They
Daly.
Yeah. Oh God, yes. I really want to believe that those goofs are aware of us. I used to be kind of like, they don't listen to us. But I part of me just
I
feels
think
like
they do.
Oh,
I
they do.
think
Oh,
some
they
of
do.
them do.
They do. They do. They do. Trust me. they do.
Joe's the inside man on this.
They do.
No, I know. Like obviously, Mattel is stolen from Joe, so we know they're aware of him. But I
they
really would
listen.
like to think
They have
that these
bugs inside
guys-
his house.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Or like-
some of the
like-
shit they must hear. Oh
Yeah.
jeez.
Some of their board meetings, like where they have like the stock exchanges going across, they have like us playing on monitors, and like you see this is what I'm talking about. Why can't we get this with you people? Why can't you assholes come up with something plausible? Like these guys who are sitting around doing this show for free and coming up with all this stuff right there on the spot. Why am I not getting any progress from you people?
That hobo's
Why am I
rubbing his
hired?
nipples again.
Yeah, Rob David, why aren't you playing with your nipples? What am I paying you for? Get that goofball Ted Biaselli on here. We got to rethink that bullshit Netflix show.
Oh,
You
and
know.
speaking of since the comics, they're coming out with a Masterverse comic? Did I see that right, Joe? Anybody? Is that a
I have
real
no
thing?
idea.
I'm so checked out on modern
I
stuff. I
was
have
too,
no
but I
clue.
saw it. And I'm like, is this new? Did I miss something here? The chat can let us know. I think there's
Wait a second. I thought I heard of something like that where they're doing shit based off of, their different interpretations, almost like what's being written on the back of the boxes for the different characters or different looks of them. I think they are. That ought to be
Scott Knowledge bullshit.
It is. I didn't bring that up though a while back when that was brought up because I know that is going to be the worst selling series.
Because
it's going to be the worst selling. All the ones they do is bad, but it gets
bios
worse.
written on the back of the Masterverse figures.
Yeah, they talk about them and they have this weird. What was that fucking one about? Oh shit! I wish I had it because if you would have read it,
you know what? Don't. Because
it's horrendous.
We'll end up offending the weirdos and cavemen who support this bullshit line, and they'll be like,
I have
"Oh
no
my
idea
god,
what
you
you guys are
guys,
talking about.
I think it was
you guys are
Battle
doubting
Armor
Zack
He-Man.
Snyder Masterverse figures, man.
That was
thumbs down."
Battle Armor He-Man's bio on the back of that box. I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
rough.
And somebody said, "Oh, well, it's because it's a different version." I was like, "You bet your ass is, because that's fucking shit. It's just horseshit." That's gonna be the worst fucking comics they ever released.
Joe. Please tell me that's how you responded to that guy.
No, I'm saying this right now. I said, "Oh yeah, I did. Oh yeah," when he posted that, when he posted that picture.
You said this is fucking shit.
Yeah, because it is. Fuck.
God damn it, white boy.
Yeah.
It was fucking
That's
terrible.
how you should have responded to that guy, Joe. Because I'm
it
sure
is
it
going
wasn't
to
an
be
obnoxious
the worst
white dude.
selling series when they do that Masterverse comics. I don't know why they haven't learned already. It gets worse and worse with each fucking thing they release, and it's not getting any better.
They have to prove it to themselves. They have to prove it to themselves.
Like they never can have like a consistent like series going. It's like a bullshit. Okay, here's a miniseries. Here's another miniseries. Oh, here's another one. Here's another one. Like it's like Rob David has like a really bad like fanboy like
Kabuki. Kabuki did mention, yeah, I forgot. They did show some new stuff coming from Mondo, and they have like they showed Panther, they showed concept art, and I know it's Emiliano's concept art. It has to be because it's beautiful. We seen Tila, Beastman, and fucking Orko. I was like, I'm gonna get me some Orko because hopefully it'll be cheaper and I can afford that shit. But man, they showed that Panther looked fucking awesome. So yeah, a lot of cool shit coming from Mondo.
That's gonna be awesome. My bank account's not gonna like it, but
I thought we were trashing the Masterverse stuff. How did we just start?
Because we got to talk about
Mondo now.
Stuff we actually enjoy.
I don't really care
Mondo's
about
fucking awesome. I wish I had the money.
I like the Mondo stuff, but I think like I'm kind of just done collecting it because the space and the price. Like they're great, but I think
it was easy to collect when they were like one every other year, but now that they're
now that they're like here every other month. Come on,
yeah, they didn't know that it was going to be. I think they underestimated. They did. They underestimated the fan base of how they were going to go nuts, and now it's just fucking exploded.
God, I really wanted that battle cap, but I could not afford it at the time it came out. So I was like, I'll have to not.
Why can't like NECA put out like some He-Man figures or something like that, or I don't know, someone else I like.
Yeah, give it to somebody else.
Because Mattel don't give a shit.
They did great with the fucking Stactions, so I'd love to see them come back and do some stuff with that.
Or just...
Mattel's like, they make gorgeous. Those gargoyle figures are fucking gorgeous. The Flash Gordon figures they come out were gorgeous. Like Mondo does great. Sorry, Mondo. NECA.
You said Mattel, and I was like, what the fuck?
Sorry.
She had a
Joe Amato moment.
Yeah, I had a blonde moment.
She had a blonde Joe Amato moment.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, shit. Let's get to the comic. You flip the pages through, Nathan. Let's get going.
We were talking about Superman. That's relevant to the comic.
You're right.
No, Joe. What do you mean flip the pages? I'm not putting these images on here.
Joe almost sounded like he was giving the signal for the DDT when he did that.
No, Joe.
Yeah, remember Jake the Snake DDT.
Yeah. The mini comics are one thing, but the DC stuff, I don't know. Even if it's older, I don't know how they react to stuff like that being shown. So I kind of shied away. I sent you the images, Joe. Oh, I can't.
I mean, I thought for the fans you was gonna roll it, but all right, never mind. You're right. My bad.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Well, they're a lot more anal since they put out a lot more shit.
Well, because Joe, you remember when we did the multiverse books, and there was that issue with it. Remember?
And then there's
That's what you guys get for talking about that dog shit on the podcast, anyway.
Oh well, Somebody had to take
it's-
that bullet. I'm not gonna read the newer ones that are coming out.
You
though.
should have let
How
one of
these
the other light and
fuckers
fluffy
get away with it
podcasts
though?
take that bullet.
That's what I don't understand. I see other people doing that shit where they're showing the pages, and it's like, how are they not fucking getting axed?
Well, probably
but we
because
do?
they're blowing Mattel and Warner Brothers. You know, where they're posting. It was great.
This is great. This is amazing.
know.
This is the best comic I ever read. I can't wait for these to take 3.5, make more.
Well,
Fuck it.
Grimm says that they don't care, so I guess I could.
Watch us get axed like, thanks, Grim, you fuck nut.
Yeah.
You cock nostril.
I'm sure Grim could put together a nice virus and send it to him for if they pulled any shit on us.
Man, Beastman's
All right, Grim,
coloring
this
in
is-
that one picture. Damn. I
Grim,
have it on
this
my
is all
phone.
on you. Yep. Just remember, Grim, it's all on you if we get fucking axed. buddy.
I don't think I don't think I want to chance it.
Okay,
even
don't.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grim's gonna. Yeah, he's gonna fuck us up. So.
Yeah. So sorry everybody, you're just gonna have to take our word for it and believe what we have to say here. But yeah, on
I
the
think it'll be
flashes of
fine
it?
if you made it really small. I don't think they'd catch it.
yeah, but see with
Like-
StreamYard, my options are very limited.
Hmm.
What if I was to do something at a distance, like, hey, look at this?
Yeah,
you
see
know?
that would work, Joe. You just show off the pages when we're talking about them as we're going through it because your quality's shit enough that it wouldn't pick up anything.
Nobody's gonna be able to see. It's like, I'm like, oh, hey, it does have a nice little splash page. So you got a nice little splash page. Hey, man,
Dude.
there on Battle Cat. Superman.
Beastman's coloring in that picture, though.
Yeah. Well,
What the
that was
fuck?
that was the interesting thing about this is the outfits that were used and the colors, like the Beastman, for example. Like it's zoom in a little bit, but it's like
Yeah, it's kind of got like an orange thing. Yeah.
it's like yellow and orange. It's kind of
What the fuck is up with your Skeletor? He looks really purple. That's not how he should look.
That's what he
the
looks
fuck
like
is up?
on my phone.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't have the.
Well, I mean, here's my thing. See, or wait. See?
here's
Yeah,
my
yeah,
my
yours,
Skeletor.
yours
Oh,
does
yeah,
look
that-
cooler.
yeah, that's weird.
But of course, this is the
The reprint.
one. Maybe
Nah,
the
It's
one you
original.
they probably made some changes.
That
Yeah,
that
oh, yeah, 'cause
that
it was a
splash
grainier
of
paper.
Superman and He-Man is awesome, though.
Yeah, let me just check the original because I know the colors were different. It's a
Well,
different
that's
type
not
of
worth
paper
anything
stock.
anymore.
Oh no!
Joe's
here-
putting his
here is the
greasy
original.
fingers all over it.
Now
Oh,
here's
yeah.
the original Skeletor.
Yeah.
So
So
that's
it is
even
more
different.
blue. So it's just the scans on the.
Yeah, you got
Yeah,
some
it's-
crazy
it's- yeah,
fucking
it's probably-
scan. Hey,
yeah.
Nathan, maybe you could use it. The colors
No,
are all fucked up in yours. It don't count. Like, hey, it ain't
Yeah.
no real shit.
I'm not.
Fuck
No,
'em.
I'm not gonna.
Nah.
I'm not gonna take the chance. But yeah, from Eternia with Death, I really like the font used, the Death font on that. I
Hey,
kind of
Tyler, is this what you used to check out in the comics? You know, to get yourself all fucking pumped up. Check out this thing. Get yourself. filled up.
I'd see those a lot and see references to things like that when I was a kid. And
let me teach you the
90
simple
seconds.
secret professional muscle man.
oh, believe me,
What's his
it-
name?
it
Joe
is-
Nazario? Or...
They really don't want people to know like how things are really done and what it takes. Like it is just like it's more about selling you bullshit, supplements and at home workout equipment like the fucking Thigh Master and shit like that. It's
Did you get the
It-
Willy
it's a
Wonka's
racket.
magic jumping disc? Did you get that, Tyler? The big old jumping disc, Willy Wonka?
I don't even know what
Get
the
some
fuck
candy
that
action?
is.
no.
Got some cool shit going on. All right.
I
fuck
bet
it.
you
All
did
right,
though,
let's-
Joe.
Is that
If
really
you were old
Wonka?
enough to get it at that time.
Yeah, that really. No, that's a real ad. Yeah, that's a real ad. Those real candies and shit. Yeah, that was real stuff. That's not no bullshit.
Yeah, Joe was
See, if
around
you
when
wanna
all
do it-
these discontinued candies.
Willy
Yeah, we
Wonka.
gotta
I've
see if
always
we can-
been disappointed by Willy Wonka candy.
Really, you don't like?
I really
Gobstopper?
wanted that everlasting
Gobstoppers was the
gobstopper
one
to
I
be
liked.
real.
I don't think
Chewy
I've
and
ever had
everlasting.
one. Walker.
You haven't had a gobstopper?
Mm-mm.
What the fuck?
you
Oh,
human?
Rebecca. But you know what pissed me
But
off?
I
Rebecca,
had
is
their
I was
chocolate, and I'm like, eh.
Yeah, I was
Nah,
expecting the
chocolate
gobstopper to
bars
be
are
shaped like the
overrated
movie.
anyway.
I was just pissed
I
that it
love
wasn't
chocolate.
shaped like the
but,
movie.
like,
You got
sorry, Joe. We're talking over
our
you.
gobs. That's okay. Our
Shut
gobstoppers
up,
were like
Joe.
little balls, and I
Yeah.
was expecting it to be all crazy shaped.
Oh,
Yeah,
like
I
in
was
the
expecting
movie.
it to be like the fucking movie, and we got little. Yeah, we got these
See,
little
that's
balls
probably
that
my problem. I
lasted,
saw
you
the
know, a couple
movie, and
seconds.
I'm like, this isn't the candy in the movie. Where's Gene
Tells
Wilder?
John,
Yeah,
tells John to clean it up after.
Slap that shit. All right, but go ahead, Nathan. Back to the comic. I'm sorry.
No, it's just the first page is just interesting because you see Superman sitting here, and you're just at the beginning of it, you're just kind of like, well, how is he gonna get there? But before we jump to that, it's kind of like, oh, here's the starting point. Now it's like, oh, now back to this. I think it's interesting.
But you know what? I know what you're going to say. What was weird about this first page, it's not relevant to the rest of the story.
Yeah.
Like, you don't see this panel happening.
Yeah.
And he makes it a point that Superman is making a point to say these magical bonds are draining his strength. So he's trying to say, okay, so Skeletor is making him weaker. But as you read the comic, that's not the case. He just has Superman under his control. So,
but I guess that's how they hook you in.
I'm sorry.
I guess that's how they hook you in. But on the second page here, it's interesting to see like this vehicle, this car. It seems very
kind of a futuristic little.
But you would see stuff like that information, like in Disappearing Act. There is a car,
that red car.
To that.
Yeah, it's just an interesting design.
But it does look like it's out of place. But at least with the cartoon, there are things very similar to that. But yet Nathan's right. It does appear to look like it doesn't blend with.
It's different.
Because we're as of right now for most of this. You're not seeing a whole lot of technology until the Wind Raider shows up. Everything is very like fantasy, medieval times based, and then you see this car. But obviously, it's done to quickly let you know that this world is science and sorcery all in the same world. And they don't have a whole lot of time to like we can't really stop to explain how this all works or why it's like this. This is the way it is, and here's our characters. We got to get going because we got to get He-Man over here. So.
Yeah, because I was seeing it when I'm flipping through. It's like, page 3 of 26. I'm like, oh, okay, this is going to be like a fully fleshed out comic. It turns out there's not as many pages because it tacked on like another. Is it like that in the actual book that at the end it has that?
Oh, no, the actual book has another story that wasn't put in there.
Yeah, that's
plus
how it is
ads
on here.
And stuff like that too that are in there.
Yeah, a lot of ads, but it got to some story that I can get real quick to the end. I don't even know who the fuck this guy was or what it called, Captain Dick Nuts or
Captain Dick Nuts.
I don't know what it was. Whatever this is, whatever happened to Sandy the Golden Boy? This is what this is. Anybody?
I was like, after I got to the last, I was like, it showed the end. It's page 17, and I flipped to that. I'm like, whatever happened? I'm like, what the fuck is this? Why would they like add that story into this book?
Yeah, I don't know, but that's all it. And then they have their mail at the end and talking about shit. Yeah.
Oh, it was a showcase book. That's what a lot of this DC Presents stuff was too. So they want to get over to Sandy the Golden Boy too. And no one's going to give a shit after one issue.
Joe the Hobo Boy. How are you guys feeling about Prince Adam?
But you do get the how Prince Adam is.
Oh yeah, Joe, you got that massive delay.
Yeah, man, you got that Prince Adam out. Like I said, he's fucking do his training montage. You got, of course, he ain't taking shit seriously about the crowds. The Man at Arms is always trying to, fucking train him, getting ready. He's been doing this forever. I like that we get that vibe. In the next page, I always got a kick out of seeing how Tila is fucking super strong too. She tosses a gigantic fucking barbell with weights to Prince Adam.
Yeah. And I thought that was interesting that it's Prince Adam is sort of showcasing He-Man-esque strength.
Yeah, look at this shit. We can at least show a part like that, but you see, she tosses that barbell and he ties it in a fucking pretzel knot. And I was like, God damn. So they're both strong. It's like, huh? So that was different. So Prince, they're both super strong.
You got to think too, with when this came out, this is essentially kind of predating most things.
Yeah.
With Masters of the Universe. So I guess they hadn't really quite established what they really wanted to do, right?
Well, they did there was a couple things, because remember, even around this and before this, we had those 3 newspaper strips that never did get published in any of the Dark Horse books, but it showed more about He-Man, Skeletor, the Goddess, and Grayskull, even mentioning stuff like Death, and that was just these few 3 newspaper strips. And I think at the same time, of course, we had Alcala's stuff before this. It was a weird mixture. And as you know, of course, when, what was it, Michael Halperin, who wrote the Filmation Bible, I know he got a lot of that, because remember the people that get, pissed saying Filmation ruined He-Man because they introduced Cringer and Prince Adam and Queen Marlene. I was like, no, actually it was DC. It was right here. This is where they got all that shit. He took elements of a lot of stuff and then put it into Filmation. So for those that want to blame all that stuff that they hate on Filmation, in a way you can kind of blame it here. But it was at least taken more seriously, and as you've seen, like how talent. Oh God!
I'm just baffled that
the ones that are all about the barbaric.
This delay is fucking terrible.
I'm about the barbaric Alcala. they're always saying it's Al Callan, the barbarian stuff, and Filmation ruined He-Man. Like, not really. And I don't get it.
I'm
Filmation's
sorry,
still great.
those
These
fans are just
comics are
fucking
great.
posers. They're not real fans. They're just clinging to a word of mouth that passes around because it's more easy to
I
look
heard
at the
He-Man
picture.
killed somebody in those comics.
Oh God,
No.
yeah, the poser. The same people that go to Hot Topic and buy the latest bullshit and say they're a fan.
How do you guys feel about some of the dialogue, like how it's worded here?
I wasn't when I first heard like the miniseries, the 3-part miniseries. I wasn't a fan of the whoeth goeth there.
Yeah,
You
no,
know, like,
yeah.
I didn't care for that.
I like
I
the
mean,
more
I
natural.
think they
like,
did that
dialogue
more than in
formation.
this. This
I
has
mean,
a subtle
it's
touch
definitely
of it,
beating
but
you over
yeah,
the head with like Shakespearean dialect, in the
Yeah, that
3-part
I don't like
miniseries. But
that.
in
I don't
here,
like
the
that.
other, those 3
Yeah.
parts went.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the whole
It's a
part
little
where
mixed, and I
he's
didn't
talking
mind
to Tila and he says, "Temper your tongue, my pretty." I was just like, okay,
like-
sure.
yeah, I
that
can't
was
picture
kinda
John
weird.
Irwin saying that as Prince Adam. I'm like, no.
No. And then the one part where he just calls Teal a woman. Like, thanks, woman.
Listen, a
And
woman.
she's like, don't you woman me?
Make me a sandwich. Like, what happened? Like, what
Yeah,
did
he's
you
talking
just
like
say?
Mr. T.
But
Like,
what?
it's like Adam would never say that to Teal. He would never just call her woman.
This Adam Wood, he's more carousing. He don't give a shit. He's like, he's fuck it.
And
He's
he's
like, I
super
don't care.
strong.
There's
Of course.
some of Adam's. There's a lot of Adam's personality in here, like being playboy and whatever.
And there is,
but-
and this would make
sure.
more sense too, if we're seeing Prince Adam for the first time before he's become He-Man, and this is how he behaves.
yeah.
And then when he realizes like the new responsibilities he's got, it's like, oh my God, like I have to act like this, not because I want to, because I got to make people think that I don't want any connection. So he really has to
Gotta
come
be
off
different.
as like a real sleaze, No, I mean not
Which
over the
is
top.
similar to what we see Clark doing in the next panel.
Yeah,
you know?
really
You
going out
see
of
the
his
parallels
way.
with these characters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like poetry, so as they rhyme.
Sure.
Oh, God.
I
I
do.
think we may have gone too far in some places.
I do enjoy that though, that you get from this one panel with Adam and Tila, where Tila is kind of giving him grief that he's not standing up for his responsibilities, like. And then when we come to the Superman part, it's Clark pretending to be clumsy just so he's looked differently, and he's like, oh well, what about Superman? So I honestly, that's probably one of my favorite parts about this book, is just seeing those parallels between what Adam goes through knowing that he's He-Man and what Clark goes through knowing that he's Superman, like having to
It's what they have to sacrifice.
Yeah, you got to
they
dumb
have
yourself
to,
down.
That's what makes the characters interesting, and that's why it's important to maintain secret identities, especially in all forms of media.
They don't get that shit nowadays, I'll tell you that.
No, they just love to throw away in the first damn film.
Mm-hmm.
And typically it's not for a good...
Like the fucking...
What?
Our show, like in the fucking Shira TV show on Netflix.
Yeah,
Fuck
or
secret identities. Let's go after your friends.
Let's not talk about... let's not talk about that. We'll start puking.
Or how people respond when they find out. Like they go all angry butch, like Tila does. Like looking all... Fuck that show and fuck her.
Yeah. Well,
God.
Well,
yeah, so we get to some bar action, some fights.
She's portrayed in that show. She's portrayed like overly masculine, like to the point where this is stupid.
That's what I was talking about earlier. I'm like, you don't have to sacrifice your femininity to be strong.
Nope.
I mean, look at Jessica Alba. She's hot. And she's strong. But she plays in shitty movies. She's nothing.
Yeah, she was in. I mean, I mean, whatever. It was another Into the Blue DVD sale, thanks to Tyler.
What's happened to Jessica Alba? I've not seen her in anything.
I know she does like commercials for like vitamins and shit.
She sells some shit, and I think she's got a lot of fucking money.
She's selling Joe some shit. That's what's happened to her.
Yeah, no, she started up a company, and she's fucking rich.
Yeah, she's fucking loaded.
I know that
hot female.
She's complained that like they dumb her fucking characters down and that she hated it, and that she's like, why do they keep like giving me stupid dialogue and stuff? So there's nothing wrong with her. It's just the movie she was in. And she complained about it. I think
you just be hot, and we'll just write you dumb.
And they'll treat her like that. And like, no, she's hot and she's capable of acting. So why don't you you give her that, But anyway, secret identities.
Yeah.
Are
Anyway,
important.
yeah, they are. So we get some bar action here, some fights with Crusher and shit knocked out, and then fuck He-Man's
Whoa,
got
you're
to get
you're,
going. He
you're
sees
skipping
Zord.
ahead.
Hey, Joe, slow down the coke snorting here. We're going to take this a little bit, a little slower now.
No,
There's three other people here, Joe.
Yeah, I'm still on Clark Kent's
Is there?
page.
I didn't know.
I do enjoy this little tavern bit though. That
Yeah,
someone
that felt
steps up
very
to him and
Conan to me.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to have seen some of that in Filmation, like Adam getting into bar fights, and Teela's
Yeah,
got to, and that dynamic that Teela comes along and stops the fight, which emasculates Adam. He knows he can do it, but Teela is just doing her job because
Mm-hmm.
King Randor would give her Ripper a new ass for not keeping Adam out of fights and stuff like that. It's a great,
right.
it's like
It
poetry,
is.
so if they rhyme, it's
Yeah,
it's
you see
something.
her. She doesn't want to be there, like take him out of this stuff. She doesn't want to be like bossing him around, but she has to.
A good
And
writer
you
could
see
have
that
so
he
much
hates
fun.
it. He's like, I don't want to put you through this, Teela. Like, I don't need to. But that's part of the sacrifice of the secret identity. It's like me, Adam. I have to sacrifice looking good in the eyes of the people I love because I have to protect them.
And there's so much fun you could have with that. You could have so much fun with establishing what kind of relationship Adam and Teela have had since growing up together, and how her role grows, how his role has changed, and he has to evolve this personality that it clearly is not who he really is. Like at some point he has to decide, I got to start being a real sleaze, not like sexual harassing, but like be someone who gets into bar fights, who doesn't hesitate to, you know, be overly friendly with women and flaunt it quite a bit and show you'd rather be off on the making time and laying down in the hay and stuff like that, as opposed to taking up a proper ceremony with aristocrats and shit like that. But and then have Taylor giving him shit about it, and like he has to come up with a plausible way to sit there and say, I do this because this is what makes me happy, Tila, knowing full well he likes Tila, he wants her respect, but he knows it's God, that's drama. I mean, there's just this whole scene right here.
And it's not a very natural drama too. It's not hitting you over the head with anything. It just flows naturally, like with a storyline.
Like we're doing here, we're dissecting one panel from a comic book from the early '80s that most people have no idea either exists, nor they have the bother to read, or clearly want to take time to understand it because it wasn't written by Rob David and it's not modern day. And modern day is cool, no, right, guys? It's all about the modern stuff.
It does make you wonder, though, when he first got the honor to become He-Man, because I believe his character of him being the one that's not taking shit seriously and carousing around, having fun, not taking his princely duties serious, is really his character. But once he found out and he was one that was destined to become He-Man, now he's got to start putting on maybe an act of being really irresponsible or klutzy or whatever it may be to do something that is going to be something that Teela will not like. And she might be wondering, why is he acting now even more different? Because she's used to probably the guy that is the carousing, kind of not taking shit seriously. They grew up together, probably maybe really like each other.
He would be putting more of an effort in to make himself look better in front of his father and Teela. Whereas after he's become He-Man, he's like, well, now I got to stop that and pretend like I'm not
it's a different dynamic,
which is going to put a lot of mental pressure on Adam as he's taking on this responsibility that he's got to sit there and take this I'll take all these tongue lashings from his father, from Teela, from disapproving people who are in the royal court around the area,
which even separates his character. It separates his character even more away from He-Man then, because now if there was a time he maybe would want to be more serious, it's like, I can't be too close to He-Man like this now. Now I have to go on to this other direction with my character. And
which that's
you
when
feel
we
bad
have
for it. Really is.
That wonderful moment too, like when we, at least the audience is being told that Marlena gets it. Like she's always like trying to calm down Randor, or she's saying, well, let's not jump to conclusions, Randor, maybe he's just doing this. Like you never ever, she never shows her cards, but it's enough that over time you would understand that Why she's constantly coming to his defense? Because a mother always knows.
I
You
love
know.
that
And while
part of
he's
like the story that she does always know, and she never
she does while he's
never
running
plays
to
it
the
up, and
cavern.
she's just
Wait, okay, slow down here. We
Hey,
gotta
while
have
he's
one
running to the
person
cavern of
talking here,
power,
Joe.
Well,
I'm
it's
sorry.
his delay
While
is
he's
so
running to the
bad
cavern of
that
power, I gotta run to the bathroom. I gotta go pee. It's my delay. I'm sorry. I gotta
yeah,
go pee while
Joe's
I'm
gotta
running there while he's running. I'll be
take
back.
a
His wiener's
he's
on
gotta
delay
take a
too.
shit. One thing I wanted to say after this bar fight, I do enjoy the fact that Adam sees he's like the Falcon, I'm needed, and then he
Yeah.
decides to work that angle of like, since you've seen fit to ruin my evening, Tila, I see no reason in continuing it. That way, it gives him that out to it's like, all right, I need to go
Yeah.
see what's up and what's going on. And once again, Adam's outfit here too it's astonishingly weird. So he's got like a short sleeve collared shirt and then like a vest over top of that, and then like is the vest
It's
is
not the
that like
greatest outfit.
yeah, it's very strange.
Crusher's outfit looks
Pretty cool.
more fitting.
Yeah.
yeah.
But for his character, obviously, he needs to have something a little bit more kind of combative.
I'm kind of curious what Crusher's helmet would look like, because obviously he probably has one. If it's the same, well,
I have to wait till Joe gets back because Joe likes this character.
oh yeah,
Let's
he
keep
put him
going
on our
here. And they're
tier
like,
list.
"Well, Joe, you should have been here. We talked about it, but you have to go back and catch the replay."
He put him on our tier list, and we were like, "What?"
no, it was the Kumite.
Our Kumite.
Yeah,
sorry.
he threw him. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, I'd forgotten all about the character.
Me
'cause
too,
He just,
like, I read
he
the
just didn't
comics, but I
leave that
forgot.
big of an impression on me. He's a random throwaway human character. He's not a superpowered character.
It's not like a
so.
bad character or anything. It's just I
No,
forgot
but he's not an
who
evil
it
warrior
was.
or someone that
Until I saw the picture, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, he's from the one comic book."
Yeah, he didn't need to be in the Kumite.
it's-
He just did no.
You know what? We will skip over this. So Adam heads into the Cavern of Power.
I thought it was weird they called it that.
Do what?
Well,
I thought it was weird that they called it that. But I guess
think
it
it-
makes sense.
Yeah, it's kind of what it's referred to. I think in the 3-part miniseries as well. I've never really like taken to the DC stuff. Like I don't hold it in the highest regard. It's fine, but I don't subscribe to it. I don't.
Mm.
Even that Cave of Power thing. Like it does make Adam's transformation kind of like very difficult. That Adam could not be taking care of issues in the Sea of Rakash. Like, oh my God, like I got to run all the way back to the Cave of Power, which is half a
Yeah.
day's journey to turn into He-Man. Like and that's why they're charming stories because this is constantly evolving. Like they didn't know what they were doing, but Mattel didn't know what they were doing. The characters they're still trying to figure out who's a bad guy, who's a good guy. That's why this stuff,
everything still does kind of feel like a blueprint.
it does, and that's why I would still like. I think it would be fun to include the Cave of Power as some sort of maybe like a way of like getting in direct contact with. I don't know, like finding a way to work in the Cavern of Power, but not make it like He-Man's source of transformation, but use it as like a nod to fans. Like if you were aware of the old mythology, you could appreciate it, but we're not going to use it as a means of transformation. We're going to use it as a means of like communication to the sorceress or a way of
maybe seeing like what else is happening elsewhere. It's kind of like he gets like a replay or sees something in real time.
Something that is like powered by Grayskull that's somehow linked to it from the days of Hero, not fucking King Grayskull, and Eldor or something like that. That it has like properties that could be used only by people who are granted the powers of Grayskull, which is only one. Not multiples,
maybe
not
it could
multiverses.
also even be a spot
one.
where. What if there's even like it could be even a last resort if by chance Adam lost the sword and had to become He-Man, and that could be his almost last resort backup, or if he needed to be, let's say what if he needed to recharge? You know how sometimes when he'd get that boost by saying by the power of Grayskull again, even as being He-Man. Maybe it could be something different like that too. Adding also stuff to where maybe it's a way he can connect to to where he could feel some kind of energy or something when maybe he's looking for somebody, possibly. If it was Teal, if somebody was in danger. It could be something that connects him a little bit more if he's not by Grayskull. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, that had to definitely be changed up because you're right, in the cartoon, he's not going to be able to run to the fucking cavern all the time.
No, it's just not going to work. It is a fun, like, almost as if you're going to make it like his headquarters, like He-Man's own version of the Bat Cave or Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah,
you know, like where He-Man and Battle-Cat go to ponder and think and make battle plans or something like that. And only choice few, whatever, you know. But even that, it's not really needed in that regard. It really isn't. Castle Grayskull is.
Grayskull.
Yeah, you really don't need to have. Plus, knowing that He-Man's sole purpose is to protect Grayskull, not go there and hang out.
Yeah.
You know. It's just not. It's overabundance. It's unnecessary mythology. You know, you really don't need.
That's
why I'm
relax
glad.
And eat. You know, any foodie finds that'd be kind of good. You know, shit like me. This is place of quiet time. Fuck, this is where I'm gonna go.
He doesn't not live like a hobo Joe.
Is Foodie Pines a restaurant?
Yeah. See, some shit like that.
Is that the one you took us to, or was that what was the sandwich place you took us to?
Oh, that was the backyard.
That was it.
Joe's Cavern of Power is a dumpster.
The breakfast place. That was really good.
It was a diner. It's really just right down the block. It's a good diner, and they liked it because because we couldn't go to any steak places because every one of them had a 2-hour wait. So we went to Popeyes, but that was delicious. But yeah, you got some.
How convenient,
Joe.
It was just planned all along.
I don't, and I'm not going to get on a tangent of this for too awful long, but a couple weeks back, we went to Outback because she had a gift card. So we got Outback and brought it home. And I didn't cut my steak. And then as I was starting to it was just kind of.
Did you pick it up? Did you pick it up and bite it?
I ate the steak with my hands. I ate it like a savage, like Joe Amato. It was actually pretty good, not bad. And to Joe's point, you keep the juices if you eat it with your hands. If you cut it, all the juices come out of it. So if you want a juicier steak, I hate to admit it, but eat it with your hands. Be a savage.
That makes it feel good. All right.
Now, did Emily make that dissatisfied face, across the table from you?
Yeah, like, what the fuck are you doing? Get out. No, she didn't.
That'd be great.
She didn't get a steak.
That'd be great if Emily did it too. What if she just picked up her steak and said, "Fuck it, we're doing it."
No, she got chicken. She didn't get steak.
Oh, okay.
I think it's interesting here that Beastman is another. He went from being earlier, or in that first page, right? From being the yellow and green, and now he's got
pink and
orange,
and pink and orange and blue.
Yeah, I don't know how it looks, Joe. And yours,
clearly, I think it was.
Joe has the magical version that's accurate.
Yeah, you guys got some really weird.
No, but
shit.
see, Skeletor's. I don't know if you can see my stupid phone.
Yeah.
But Skeletor's colored correctly in these panels.
What's your Beastman? Get lips close.
Yeah, see, he's blue.
Okay. Well, that seems right. That's how it should be.
Come on, damn it.
And Beastman's all pink.
Focus. There you go.
There you go. Yeah, that's how it should be. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We've seen Beastman is trying to warn him. You need both halves, and Skeletor's like, fuck it. I know I'm gonna get in here, and he does that, and it fucking, as you've seen, creates a ripple into another dimension.
Yeah, I thought that's interesting, but also kind of very, very thin. Just all right, well, this happened here, and just all of a sudden it creates this here.
Fuck it, it's just fake.
Sorry, Grim.
For one kind of
Grim says it's magenta. It's not pink. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry.
He's the color master.
I work in fashion. I should know that.
He's got that box of 50 different colors of crayons, and there's all.
Oh man, dude, I always
that was a big deal back.
It was, and if you had the one that had the sharpener on it too, holy shit, you were rich.
It had gold and silver. Those were the two colors I was the proudest to have, gold and silver, crayons. Yeah.
Yeah, please don't fuck with Grim and colors. He is so obsessed on every minute color that. No, it is.
The other day at work, I called something burgundy, and a girl was like, "It's raspberry." I'm like, "I'm sorry."
Jeez.
No, let's go ahead. I was doing it to you too, but it's my delay. I know. All right. So anyway, shut up. Now listen. This is what happened. So I was doing some Photoshop stuff. No, I'm just fucking around. No, I was doing Photoshop stuff, and he was like, "No, if you want He-Man skin color, you got to go R2 830, whatever." It's every fucking thing had. I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" When he first said it, he was like, "You use Photoshop, don't you?" And I think he called me a caveman. He was like, "Go into there. They have numbers." I was like,
caveman.
Yeah, I didn't know that shit, and I did it. And he was like, "There, now you have the exact colors." I'm like, "Thanks." So now I actually asked for him
That's
help.
awesome, though, that there's somebody that cares enough to like keep that in mind.
He does. He does. I mean, fuck. That's why you look at the amazing stuff that he restores and doing. You know, the Faker cartoon that we'll be getting. I mean, you know, he knows his shit. So I give him shit.
Speaking of restoring, Grimm's actually doing an upscale on, I think, the first 3 seasons of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So,
oh yeah, he's got some cool fucking shit.
That is a task to take on.
Yeah. So
he's
we'll
a master.
We'll talk more.
I can't wait till he gets to Leatherhead meets Rat King. God, I love that episode.
We'll talk about more of that after the show because I got like other shit to tell you. But it opens up this cloud and Superman's just kind of like, what the fuck is this? And it just pulls him in. He doesn't fly into it. He's just merely observing, and it whirlwinds him straight smack dab in front of Castle Grayskull. Which is kind of interesting that it's like
right there with Skeletor, and when he thinks,
I would assume that he had to like just gotten knocked the fuck out, right? Because there's no way that he would just like torpedo towards the ground without being able to attempt to fly.
Well, one of Superman's weaknesses is magic. This is a magic-based portal that's pulling him in. So.
But how? All right, because I am a little stupid to the fact of magic in Superman. Does that have the same? Is it just as debilitating as kryptonite?
It can be,
That's his weakness.
It just depends on what kind of magic you're dealing with. Like I don't think like any kind of like magician can just come along and
but real magic.
And exactly. And just because somebody uses magic does not mean he is completely fucking weakened like kryptonite.
Yeah, it depends.
Like, he could just it could depend, but he could be susceptible to something. That doesn't mean he still can't against Skeletor here.
Weakened by spells and whatnot. It's not just like, magic is around now, I'm weak.
Right, that's what everybody thinks is, this person has magic. That means Superman's going to get fucking killed. Like, no, not every fucking scenario. But here he is shocked. He's thinking, what's he think he's going to do to me? And he slices right through the outfit, and Superman, oh shit, because then realizing it's magic.
And I have
Beastman. Go ahead.
Oh, I have a question here for everyone. So Beastman has this line of dialogue. Is it Cholo? The way it's CHO.
Cholo, you want to hear a story about that?
What is Cholo? What is Cholo?
I don't know.
Okay, now by Cholo's beard, now this must be Beastman's god. Let me tell you a little fucking boring story on this.
Oh, God.
Nobody. I love it.
What did Scott Nylick? How did Scott Nylick use
Joe
this?
makes a point to say what he's going to say is boring. That's telling you something really bad is on the horizon here, because Joe doesn't stop to tell you what he's going to say is going to be enjoyable or not. It's like, oh my God, like he won't.
It's just because it could be a head fucking knocker or something. But just check this out. So, anyways, nobody in the history of He-Man I have ever heard mentioned anything about Cholo, ever. So I sat there, and when they were I could say it now because it's not legally like anything could happen. When they were doing creative character stuff and when you could submit stuff to Mattel for classics at the time, I had multiple characters. One of them was Cholo, and I made Beastman's god. I made Cholo. After
this is Joe just getting himself over. That's all this is.
Oh, I am. You bet your ass I'm going
this
to.
This has nothing to do with the
now.
Story. This is Joe.
But hold on. Let me say it. Let me finish. So anyway,
when is it ever enough attention, Joe?
Let me finish. I got to do more. I'm getting excited. So anyway.
Oh, my God. And you give me shit because I think I look like He-Man. You selfish prick.
You got to let me finish. So anyways. They announced Castle Grayskull.
Jenny, how many times has he said that to you?
You beat me to it by like 2 seconds. I was going to say that.
So listen, they announced that Castle Grayskull Man's the winner. They showed all the other things, blah, blah, blah. Then later on, a year or two later, they showed some kind of bio that was written for, I don't know who the fuck this was, if it was Geigo or something, or Vicron or what shit. They mentioned about Cholo and something about similar what my bio was. I was like, interesting. You snuck that shit in. And I remember everybody's like, what the hell is Cholo? Who's Cholo? I was like, yeah, exactly. Nobody's talked about him. I bring him up and submit it to Mattel, and then he makes it into the fucking bios and something similar to what I said. But I ain't going to say shit.
Was that
there? I just had to say that.
Them like ripping you off?
Yes. And then came Sky High. And then came Copycat.
Hey, you got credit. You got credit for Sky High now, so you can't.
I did finally, which I give him credit. I ain't never gonna get credit for fucking copycat though to become duplicate with that horse shit. But whatever. But I'm not bitter. There, I'm done. I know. Tyler's like, "Are you done? Are you done, Joe?" Yeah, I'm done.
I mean, I can complain all I want, but when Joe gets going, he's just, the battery has to run out. So,
It's like I have an off switch you have to do because the batteries
I may
never
look like
runs
the most
out.
powerful man in the universe, but I have no power. I have no control over Joe Amato's mouth.
No.
It's Tyler's weakness.
Yeah, that is my kryptonite. Like, oh my god, he won't stop talking.
Joe's talking again.
He's like,
I'm feeling so drained.
I'm collapsing down on the ground.
There. Okay.
I think it's cool here that Skeletor's half of the sword is enough too. Well, the magic, I guess, is what's really playing the factor here and actually cutting Superman's suit. But it's just cool to see that because it's to me, it's not more so just the weakness to magic. To me, it's kind of showing more like Skeletor, like how strong Skeletor is.
Yeah.
So it kind of puts him over really well.
Keep that in mind, Nathan, what you just said there too about putting Skeletor over. Just keep that in mind because, as you're seeing here, what you're going to see in a bit is even after Superman, of course, takes care of Beastman like nothing.
Yeah.
Skeletor blasts Superman right the fuck back. It's like, okay, he's affecting him. When we get to this whole,
and they did a good job. I like that panel a lot where it's not going to focus, but when he gets hit with that blast, you see him like skirting. Into the ground.
That's not hurting him. The blast took an effect. He's like, this isn't really hurting, but it's.
And there's He-Man on Battle Cat to just like be witnessing the whole thing. So that's a cool visual to think about. That
mean, all of it is like Superman coming face to face with Skeletor. Like, it's fun because it's classic original designs. It's not bullshit redesigns that nobody asked for, and it's a mark moment. Like, it's really cool to see Skeletor like attack Superman. Superman has like the ultimate pile driver to Beastman, and to see He-Man show up with Battle Cat, and they already like realize, hey, well, you must be one of the good guys. Like, it's just.
I like
fun.
that He-Man knew of Superman. I like how he knew him because of his mother and everything, but he still had to keep his secret identity. But I like that he knew of this Earth and Superman.
Well, it's like cool. Too that you gotta think about that maybe she was telling a very young Prince Adam stories of this alien that had arrived on her home planet that did all of these amazing things.
I like that.
Yeah. And I like the bit too. It's just where they're having the conversation. He helps him up. That's a cool shot right there.
Yeah.
And just also too the shot with like He-Man riding into the battle and Superman's like, I will join you. So he's like flying right beside of him. So it's another cool shot. And then Man at Arms swinging in here and Superman being like, oh, well, who the fuck is that? It's like, oh no, don't worry about it. Don't worry about him. He's all good.
Thank God the Dragon Walker wasn't around at that time. We would have seen that shit coming into play, but fuck it. No, but hey, we got the Wind Raiders. So Zoom did pretty cool. There we're going to fucking Castle Grayskull.
That made no sense at all. You just took you took time to shit on the Dragon Walker just because. What the hell for?
Wait.
Well, I mean, it is a cool design, but
it's an all-terrain vehicle. It's not meant for like going, charging into combat. But
mine's apparently possessed and comes on by itself.
The functionality of it is shit.
Well, I mean, it's you never would want to assault Snake Mountain with it.
Fun fucking toy though. That was a great.
Well, it's an awesome looking toy. I think mine's in storage right now. I don't have mine sitting on display.
Really?
No. I think it's at my mom's in storage right now. Yeah.
I wanted to.
Yeah, I got a lot of the vehicles are on display here, but yeah, that's one of them that's not. I don't know where it's at.
What did I do with that? I'm trying to see if.
Were you trying to find the GIF of Man at Arms?
No, I was just trying to find that GIF of the Dragon Walker that I had.
Who's behind the name
Man at Arms on the Dragon Walker?
Definitely goes me. Yeah, that's somebody I've not seen in the chat.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah. There you go.
That's really funny. Yeah, who is that?
Oh, God.
I think Gavin just made like a shitload of YouTube accounts and he's logged into all of them simultaneously to post in them. I mean, I appreciate it.
I do like the charging towards Skeletor and Grayskull here, and how He-Man was like, basically,
lost
yeah,
my fucking
he's
comment.
impervious to your magic, but that's when Skeletor was like, yeah, you might be, but this fucker ain't. And when he puts Superman in that next page under his power, it's like, oh shit. Now we're getting the moment that we've been waiting for, which it's a cool moment. I love seeing them engage, but it also shows what a lot of people were thinking is wrong. Everybody says, I love that first comic because I remember when they faced each other, He-Man beat the shit out of Superman and won. I was like, no, he didn't. They had a back and forth. And in fact, Superman kind of had He-Man bested on the ground at the end.
I read it and I was like, and then I read it, I'm like, what were they talking about? I'm like, was there a different
Exactly.
comic?
It's like, what comic were they reading? It's like He-Man did not win this battle. Superman had him laid out.
The
then
same
went
people
after
who read the
Skeletor,
Alcala mini comics and think, "Oh my god, it's so savage."
Merman beat.
If you're a fan of
and
both
then
these
they say
characters, you
Merman-
know they would be like neck and neck with each other. They're both the most powerful.
Right, exactly. But
men.
you're right. It's what Tyler said. It's the same people that thought Merman beat He-Man in the Alcala comics. Like, no, that is not what fucking happened. Go back and read it. Anyways, what I was getting back to was earlier what Nathan said. Skeletor actually could have fucking, like, if we're talking about anybody that beat Superman, it wasn't He-Man. Skeletor could have unloaded and probably took him out if he wanted. If you've seen what happened, or at least gave him a.
He's got magic.
Exactly, but yeah, as you've seen, I did love just seeing the back and forth with these two. But Superman is able.
But you're not.
The other thing is, if they were really going at it, if we were really going at it, and if say like their morals were out the window, I think the Power Sword could kill Superman. Because it is a magical thing, personally.
Yeah, it's like it always makes you
but
wonder.
That doesn't make
you
any
never know
sense why he would kill him with the Power Sword.
Yeah, but I do like seeing them when Superman, like I said, to use his beams, and his rays to then fucking trap Skeletor and then get out of his control. So it was cool. Superman knew what he was doing. He was like, "Fuck, I'm under his control."
Yeah,
but he knew
he fought it really well. I mean, I think that that shot here is obviously probably the money shot, right? I wish.
That's something that's worthy of a nice 11x17 print. Of that.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
No dialogue boxes, just the splash.
Just
them clashing.
It's awesome indeed, Joe. So it says.
It's almost like it should be on a T-shirt or something. Huh?
Yeah,
it's awesome indeed.
Indeed.
Exactly.
I'll just ask Ren to draw that and put that on a T-shirt.
Right. Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, Joe ain't gonna do it. Joe's
gonna turn?
done.
Are you gonna have him turn He-Man into you or something, fighting Superman or something?
No, my days of including my face on imagery, I think I'm retired from all that. So
really?
Which is funny because the picture of him up front, like in the tank top, I was like, why does it look like Tyler?
Wait, what?
What's that?
When Prince Adam is like in the little tank top. I was like,
don't fucking stroke his ego, Rebecca. What the hell are you doing?
Let's see if it'll show. Hold on.
Look at that.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, no.
I got blue tank tops.
Was that your Naked Gun reference? How about that? Yeah.
Every time I say, how about that, it's always referencing Naked Gun. I say that a lot. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. So.
Yeah, I got it. And Rebecca, don't ever do that again. Don't ever fucking stroke.
See, Joe, when you tell her not to do it, you know she's going to do it again.
Exactly.
Haven't you figured that out?
Yeah.
I know what it is. Joe does not want to have an ego that rivals his. So
I don't have an ego. I'm a good
guy.
The hell?
You were so full of shit. Oh my God! You were putting up the full-on Prince Adam. People must know that I'm humble and I don't have anything. And they're sending me all these wonderful charitable items that when really deep down you're just a prick. You were like, guys, let me tell you about how I submitted this shit to Mattel. Let me tell you about this one time I did this. Let me tell you about this one time I ate this. And this one time too. It all turns into Joe talk. And you guys think I got an ego problem on this podcast? You see me taking pictures of myself or recording myself at the gym. Oh man, totally got the power. # He-Man. You don't see me
should. You should. Please do that.
No. Do not do that.
Please do it.
I have to go.
Yeah. I mean, I found the proper lighting at the gym, holding the bar. Oh my God, yeah, I'm ready to unleash the thunder right now.
Yeah, just do it, please. Just post it in our group. Don't even post it on your wall. Just post it on the Facebook group page.
I feel like such an asshole taking because I see these jerk offs walk around with their fucking tripods in the gym. These college kids who have with like
what are they doing? Are they taking photos? Or are they taking are they
they're
making
recording
TikToks?
themselves doing the basic of the most basic, and then they're like posing in front of the mirror like a bunch of pussies, and it's just I want to go by and just like field goal kick their tripods out of the fucking gym, because they just got to set them up.
Do a Jason part 8.
Yeah, part 8. Just go by, and I even asked one of the employees who works there, do you mind if I just go do that right now? It's like, no, don't do that. God, it's just how everyone who works on them, they gotta fucking record it because, oh my God, check out my lack of gains, dude.
You should start start doing videos where you you parody and you're making fun of those people.
That would be funny.
Work out poorly and just record yourself and just be like, oh, this is how you really do it, and you're just doing everything wrong.
Yeah. It's like CrossFit, the correct way to do an incorrect pull-up.
Yeah, CrossFit, man. It's so janky.
And that trend has died down drastically.
It just seems because people are probably fucking getting hurt.
Well, they were. Well, people get hurt doing traditional weightlifting and bodybuilding too. Because
I know, but those movements are so jerky.
Oh, they are.
They are easy to tear anything.
Yeah, and people who do like crazy ass deadlifting now, which is just cheating and doing sumo deadlifts and slamming baby weight.
Nathan.
Wait, we can get. Oh, okay, Epic Swole. Well, I do have an Epic Swole. I'm not. I do. I am pretty proud, but it's like it's only when you're in the gym lifting the weights.
It's like a word I've just recently come to understand what that was.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
There was a shitty jobber wrestler in WCW that was part of Master P's faction. His name was
Swole.
How old is that though? Because that's like the first I've heard it, and
I think Swole started really catching on with the modern vernacular. Probably the last 5, 6, or 7 years. Was Swole?
I thought I heard Swole in the 90s.
Were people really using that as much back then? I feel like that's a newer thing, or it may have
been
an older thing.
No.
Yeah, but I also saw people fist bumping back in the 90s too, and you know what?
True.
People weren't doing that until modern day. Where I'm like, stop.
Trust me. I know I heard that in the 90s where people were saying, "Get your swole on."
Whose dick does Joe got to suck to bring Cool Beans back? Let's bring back Cool Beans.
I always thought that was a
my God,
I mean, it is dumb, but
Cool Beans, man.
Cool Beans, man.
I think that'd be a cool nickname for Joe. Just call him Beans.
Beans,
because he's always eating a can of beans.
That reminds me of the little kid from what's the show
Even
called?
Stevens.
Even Stevens. I love that as.
I ain't vibing with beams, but anyway, the last page or two, you see Superman. He fucking defeats Skeletor. He
Joe's
grabs him in the air. He disappears.
Transitions. Like,
well,
does he talk like this with?
Speaking of beans, Skeletor disappears, just like that can of beans that I ate.
And he disappeared, and bam, and it was the end. But it was a good issue. But we should, if people did have any questions for us, hit us right now with anything you want. We got about 20 minutes
we
left.
Appreciate
so go ahead.
No, Joe has 10 minutes left.
Let's appreciate
I'm going to use John.
The fact that, like, the continuity, Superman has a slice in his chest through, like, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because they do miss that. Artists will miss those details a lot and put it right back. So
I'm not saying 100% because a couple shots, it's like, oh, they forgot to add it. But here at the end shot, you can see it.
They made a point to do
and
that.
through most of the pictures.
Oh, that is big.
I think too that when he's got Skeletor right here and he's flying away and Skeletor disappears, that's using magic. So shouldn't Superman kind of been a little weak for?
No,
well, that's the thing.
No,
it depends
not.
on
the
how
magic doesn't make him weak. It's just magic can be used against him, and he's
right. So it's not like it's kryptonite. Like there's magic, and he starts like kryptonite. It's just he could be susceptible if he was to use a magic attack. Just because he's magically
the spell
disappearing.
that he put on him in this,
yeah. There was nothing used against him. He just used his.
Yeah, but the magic that would be used here for Skeletor to just completely evaporate and transport somewhere else, that seems like that would take a good deal of magic.
It may have hurt him.
Yeah, I mean, I still think, like I said, it's only in attack. If it's in
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Superman sucks.
He just disappeared.
Piss off. You're a bastard. Hey, if anybody has any questions, though, go ahead. Give us questions while Tyler's pooping and peeing and stuff.
I have a question for Joe. What would be a good Marvel hero to fight He-Man? This comes from the one hooker who escaped Joe's basement.
You know what's weird is I never believe it or not, even with this, which I enjoyed, I always hate the hypothetical crossover stuff because it seems like people would engage to go fucking nuts. Like you either
So you
had
hated this.
super
You
hardcore
hated this
He-Man-
comic book then, huh?
No, I'm saying this. I enjoyed it, but still, it always gave debates where there's people that are super hardcore He-Man or super hardcore Superman, and they go fucking crazy. I'm like, guys, in the long run, it's just a comic. It's whoever writes the story to make it work for that particular fucking issue. I can't. I don't know. I mean, hey, you might want to say, well, you can fight fucking Thor or Hulk. When Hulk gets more pissed, he gets more angry, he gets stronger. It's like I don't know. I guess I never flipped over those hypotheticals.
Same,
like even in
same.
real life,
I don't
who'd
care.
win?
Like
Bruce
versus whatever. They're powerful in their own right and in their own worlds. They don't need to.
Yeah, it's like Freddy versus Jason, totally unnecessary, and it sucks balls.
That was a great movie, though. My boy Jason,
No.
when he kicked the
I need
shit
to
out of
rewatch
Freddy.
it.
I
I've
know,
not
it's
watched it in a
not
I
long
that
loved
time.
it. Rebecca, hey, Rebecca, don't listen to that dipshit. Watch
No, I
fucking
liked
Freddy
it.
versus-
I just have not watched it in a long time.
All right, you're both
Ah,
off
well
the show.
then, you don't count.
You're both off the show. All right, now that Tyler's back, we'll ask that question.
Okay.
We already kind of went over this one, Tyler, but we wanted to go ahead and pop this up too. And I'll do it again. This comes from the one hooker who escaped Joe's basement. Who would be a good Marvel hero to fight He-Man?
I think the cliche would be Thor, but
Yeah. Would be a good outside.
Tombstone? Oh,
Yeah.
No, is that?
no, he's White Joe.
I thought he was a vampire. I really thought he was a vampire when I seen him. I was like, what's this vampire?
Well, no,
Oh, yeah.
We were all thrown
I
for
mean,
a loop.
your reaction to that made sense. Whereas Ren should have known better. Ren had no idea he was a black character.
Ren's reaction was classic.
Yeah.
That was fucking classic.
Yeah.
'Cause I thought he knew the character.
We'll never let that one go. We'll just bring up
No.
Tombstone, the most random of random times.
And didn't that take his grade from a C to an F? Like he at first was going to say a C, and then he was like, no, because of this, I'm giving him an F.
Tombstone betrayed him. Namor, the Submariner would be a fun fight with He-Man.
Right.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Cool. Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
Namor.
yeah, I do too.
Not the new.
Which
movie.
one?
No, not the
Wait,
not
Namor
the
or
Peter
Namor?
Wakanda Forever.
I've not seen it yet. I've heard bad things, but I've not seen it yet. I can't.
All I ever hear is, "Oh my god, it's like the best thing ever, man." Have you seen like?
From trusted resources, I've heard bad things.
I'm sure it was dog shit.
You know what? I can't. I'm trying to remember the last Marvel movie I watched. Oh, it was Doctor Strange, and that sucked.
Like the
Doctor
sequel?
Strange, the sequel with
the
Scarlet
multiverse
Witch.
of madness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sucked.
I
Yeah.
haven't watched it. I didn't want to. I just
Yeah.
I think the idea of Sam Raimi doing a Marvel movie and having some more of his elements. I don't know, because the Spider-Man movie.
These movies, I don't
suck.
care. You can get some of the best directors in the world direct, but they're not. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. They do not get to come in and make their statement on this because they have a goal. They're constantly, and that's what these movies don't mean a fucking thing. Because it's like, oh, you have to see this to get this reference to see the next film. Like
Dude,
it's just
I don't like
bullshit.
that. Yeah.
It's bullshit.
Somebody said, and I heard somebody say this on the internet, and I thought it was perfectly stated. They were like, after all of these Marvel films and shows after Endgame just feel like the side quests of video games you've already beaten.
Mm.
I'm like,
Yeah,
I
because-
just kind of feel like that.
Yeah, when because really when you make it as cosmic as they made it, it does make everything. Which it kind of really leaves them with nowhere to go. And they'll screw up Doctor Doom. They'll screw up everything else they got coming down the pipeline. Like Blade will be screwed up. It doesn't matter what Kraven will be screwed up. Secret Wars will be screwed up. There's nothing that's going to be good.
I hate saying it, but yeah, I really don't trust them with anything. I hate not being able to get excited for stuff now. Now, when you told me 15 years ago they're making a Kraven movie, oh, awesome! I can't wait to see that. Now I'm like, oh God, please don't make a fucking Kraven movie.
That's how I felt
It
about
sucks.
everything.
I don't like feeling that way,
Yeah.
But
when I
you know
hear
they're gonna
they're
do it.
making a Red Sonja movie, I'm not excited because I feel like they're gonna fuck it up.
They will.
They will.
No,
And I'll be surprised if they don't, but you probably will.
Oh, they will. They will. There will be no surprising.
Here's
Exactly.
From Snell's World, better cartoon, X-Men the series or Batman the animated series? I'm gonna go with
I'd have to say
Batman.
Batman.
I'm going with
I'd have to
Batman.
say they're both so good, but I would have to say personally, I like
that's
Batman.
not fair. I want to say X-Men, but god damn it, I'm going with X-Men, but damn it, that's not fair. Damn it.
I don't know.
I
I
wanted
mean,
to say
both.
X-Men.
Both.
I love them both.
I
but
mean,
both
God.
great.
They're both great.
Great.
They're both great. You can't go wrong.
well,
Theme
no,
songs are great.
yeah, the intros, and they follow everything that what made the comics so good to a T with like minor.
They both became the like epitome of what that character and those characters or
Yeah,
those comic books
it's-
are. To where it is the perfect
Well said, Rebecca.
Batman and the perfect X-Men, and now you have to live up to that, which nobody seems to be able to. So
Yeah, and nor do they care to match that
Well said,
quality or
Rebecca,
even
well
try to be on that same level of quality. So I couldn't
that's
say
what
one
I
is
don't
better
get.
than the other.
How can a '90s cartoon show do it so perfectly, and yet these movie studios keep fucking it up?
Yeah, especially when Marvel has the means to do
figure.
it exactly like the comics. They're like, fuck that. we're going to take liberties all over the place. I'm Kevin Feige. I wear a ball cap and I'm cool.
Here's one from Motu Matthew.
Yeah, fuck.
He has the DC Motu Omnibus. I've yet to remove the cellophane. Is this comic in there? I'm not sure of.
I don't even have the omnibus.
It's probably
I
the
don't know
more
what
the
the hell
current
that- I'll be
DC
honest,
stuff.
I don't have it.
I don't either.
Yeah. If it's the current DC stuff, please just
Yeah,
chuck
I
it
can't
in the
picture them having
dumpster. this,
and they probably don't have the.
and
there's
don't
no
even
way
give it
I
to
don't think
Goodwill
they have
because I don't
this
want anybody
and
else
the
picking that
three-part-
book up.
Just set it on fire.
Just burn
Set
it.
it on fire, take a shit on it, let bird shit on it. Just donate it to shit. Let dog shit on it, whatever.
Brad Collins question. I know Tyler and Joe have seen the 80s documentary Deception of a Generation about those religious guys hating on the cartoon and toys, wondering whether Rebecca and I have. I haven't.
I've heard of it, but I've not watched it. I've heard of the whole like fucking thing, but I've not.
Yeah, a couple of
sat down and
phone
watched
faces
it.
talking about Manny
Sounds
faces
pretty
being
fucking
demonic.
Oh god, I gotta
possession.
watch that. I love that.
God.
Stuff. It's so funny.
Clueless fucks. Just clueless fucks. It's terrible.
I love the
I
way
hate
that
people
that
that
one
get
guy
shit
said,
for
"He
saying
man in the masters of the universe." That's how he says it. That's how he says it on there. And they got the guy with the Art Garfunkel hair. God.
Can you do that again? Just one more time?
There's one show called He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. If you look it up, it's on YouTube right now. Look it up. You'll see the guy with like the puffy hair and Art Garfunkel.
I'll share screen and we'll
I've
watch
seen
it
scenes of it, but I've not
after we
sat down and watched the whole thing. I can't.
How about this one?
Sounds so funny.
From Papa Huts, how do you feel about that DC's new 52
Dude,
He-Man?
what did you think we were talking about? When you listen, he wasn't listening to the podcast. Like, I could see if he was asking a guest, if we had a guest on the podcast, you want to know what they thought. But you're going to ask us what we thought about that? What kind of a fan of Power are you?
I'm pretty
calling
sure
you out right now.
I'm pretty sure it's just
oh my god! Like I remember like that announcement when that new comic was first coming out and that kind of lackluster cover, and having to pick up that book in Roanoke and being so damn disappointed. Like, what a piece of shit! Look at these shitty redesigns. This 4-issue miniseries makes no fucking sense. It makes Skeletor look like an asshole and like an idiot.
He was dropping a deuce at the time.
Yeah, well, I hope it was memorable.
Here's one from Gavin. Question for the Four Musketeers. Favorite Kevin Conroy performances in his entirety as Batman. Also, thank y'all.
Damn.
I never say y'all. People are like, oh, you're in the South. Shouldn't you say that? I'm like, no.
Y'all.
I try my hardest not to sound like a Southern dipshit, but I can't. The drawl is there.
Did you grow up saying that though?
No.
Did you ever say that growing up though?
Y'all? No.
Oh, okay.
No. You all. But yeah.
Or Joe would say, use. Hey, use.
You sounded like Rush Hour. Remember when he was trying to?
Oh yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I've only seen the first one.
Me too.
You understand where coming at my mouth?
Yeah, it's funny because he's black and he's Asian.
What
the fuck is that?
M&M's?
Oh,
Gobstopper.
Those are the rare M&Ms I told you that.
Oh, dude, I remember being a little kid and like searching for that fucking gray M&M.
Eat one, Joe. How old are those?
No. I can't because here's the thing. There's one of each color. This was the bag that they said if you found it, you would have like won some big ass prize. And when I seen them, I was like, yes. And then I looked at my
you just
wrapper
got
and
more
said,
M&Ms.
you won a 16-ounce bag. Yeah, one. I was like, you motherfuckers.
You're
But
like, I
couldn't
bought
believe
that
loser.
looking for this
And look,
fucking M&M.
Just eat one, Joe. I'll
exactly.
give you a
Did you melt
quarter.
in your mouth? No, I can't because these are rare. I got
No.
one of each color. These things are like 20 years old.
Is it
Oh,
They
anyone
stay
know,
good. They only melt in
anyone
your
remember
mouth.
the Screaming Skull episode of Mystery Science Theater?
Yeah.
It
Well,
doesn't Joe
not
kind of
like-
remind you. I was gonna say, anyone does Joe remind you of the character Mickey?
I would
Yeah,
have
the gardener who hangs out outside, like, here I am.
I don't know
over here. Is there a bush I haven't marked yet? Imagine that's Joe in his neighborhood. Like,
No. But does anyone?
God, I'm
does
trying
anyone
to-
Mask of
have
the,
a-
I think Mask of the Phantasm is the best
Dude,
of the best.
oh my god,
Yeah.
I'll go with
Yeah.
that too because there's so many moments in the cartoons where he's great, but
I
like
got
that
that
was
over-
one that you can
yeah.
definitely say like
I
Best
got
best
that
Batman movie ever
VHS
made.
over there.
Big old beat this. Yeah,
the
it's the big
clamshell.
one, the big clamshell. Yeah.
Ah.
I was
Joe,
like, what the hell is he talking about? But
eat one of those-
because
Yeah.
I thought Joe was trying to change the subject to avoid talking about Batman.
Eat one of those M&Ms, man. Come
No,
on.
I said
Do it.
No, I can't.
Do it.
It's fucking rare. It's one of each.
Oh, it's not that.
Will
No.
you eat some gum from 1985 or 6 or something like that?
Yeah, I already did. Remember,
Oh,
Tyler
yeah,
seen me
you
do
did.
that with the Batman gum when the yeah.
So you probably
that
won't do it
stuff's
again
good. I can chew it
because
up.
I have some.
I'll
I
do
have
it.
some Duran
Send it to
Duran
me.
gum. Okay.
But they
Send it
made
to me. Do you
Duran
have any
Duran
current
trading
food, too?
cards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they did. Yeah.
Yeah, I have Duran Duran
Yeah,
trading
yep,
cards. and
yep.
It came with a stick of gum.
Well, I mean, yeah.
The
they
way
make
she said
cards for
that.
everything.
Send it to me, and could you, Rebecca?
Came with a
Yeah,
sticker
I'll
Could
gum.
you
send it
send
to
any
you.
more food though, too, Rebecca?
Oh my god.
Have you ever
Okay, and
tried a
food,
Who's 'em
and
a
food
What's
too.
It?
Food.
Have you ever tried a Who's 'em a What's It?
I did. Oh no, I haven't. I've never.
How about a
tried
what
Oh,
the
that.
fuck
let's
it?
do one of those. I like them.
I
What the fuck it? No, they're pretty good. I
Fuck
like
it.
them. They're more chocolatey.
Rebecca, I have tried it, but could you still send me one anyways?
No,
Because I'm
no,
really hungry.
Yeah.
don't. No one's. People stop sending Joe shit, please.
I'm
See, he
hungry.
knows. That's why
Why can't
he
they
is a
send
week.
me food?
He's Joestown. You guys are drinking the damn Kool-Aid.
Yeah,
because
No,
he's
I
I'm
got
like-
one the other day. I got one the other day, and I was like, I should send Joe one of these. I don't know if he's tried one.
Man, I'm like,
No, they're
I'm
good.
like Farouk. when
Yeah,
that
I've never
Basham
tried it.
brother
I
fucks
lied.
up
I
that
never
spot.
tried
What
it
the
before.
I love that so much.
No, but Rebecca, I've never tried. I never tried that. So yes, send me one. I've
For
never
real?
heard of these.
It's too
candy bars you
expensive.
speak of.
Who's the
Yeah,
more
for
What's It?
real.
The more chocolatey
Yeah, I've never heard of
version
that.
like a
And those
whatchamacallit?
whatchamacallits? Yeah, I've never heard of a whatchamacallit either. Could you send those? Okay, sorry, I'm not begging for food, but you guys could always send me.
I'll
something.
send
Thank you.
myself to Joe in a birthday cake, like Under Siege.
Yeah, make sure your chest is all splayed there for Joe, and then Joe will start rubbing his chest. You guys will be in sync together.
I'm the one that'd be focused on the cake. It's like I don't give a fuck what popped out of the cake. It's like fuck it. I was like, this whole cake is
Damn,
mine.
Shira.
This whole cake.
Here's one from Fedmon. Would Lou Ferrigno
shit.
make a great version of the Maestro of the MCU if they did a future Hulk movie story? Sorry about the spelling.
Yeah, but they'd make him unlikable because they screw up everything in the Marvel Cinematic Universe now. Like nobody's likable anymore. Everything is so throwaway because it's all about meeting the deadline, filling the need for streaming. It's more content. There's nothing. We're not building a quality movie. We're just building shit filler. So, but I'd like to have Lou Ferrigno used a lot more. You know, I think it'd be cool to see him as Maestro. And not as shit filler.
No, when you say shit filler, I'm thinking of just like packing peanuts, but it's turds.
Yeah, it's just shit. Yeah, and that's all Marvel movies and DC
Shit
movies
filler.
are. They're just shit
You know
fillers.
what? That's a phrase that we need to take going forward when we're talking about just something that's just there simply to exist. It's not there as like a good quality thing. It's just it is shit filler, as Tyler
Yeah.
says it. Yeah.
And I'm sick of ranting on it because I wish Marvel
Hey,
movies were
I
so much
agree.
better. But you
Yeah.
know,
Me too. It makes me sad to
Well,
I
like.
want to be excited about a Shang-Chi movie, not like, oh god, another like
Exactly.
CGI fest of pointless
It
bullshit.
doesn't make me happy to complain that there's a She-Ra show now that I don't like, or that there's a really bad He-Man show on Netflix that I don't like, and that all these Marvel movies suck. I hate hating those things
Mhm.
with those names attached to it.
And then
But
I
at the
hate
same
how
time,
people
I
like,
don't. Let's not say anything, because if you don't say anything, they'll just keep fucking making it.
Well, I
you
get
know?
tired of people asking me, hey, did you see this? I'm like, no, because I told you the last thing you asked me. I didn't want to see it because of this, and they still ask you.
The other thing
hey,
is, like, do you really think I didn't know, like, this was in the works?
Yeah.
You don't think I was the first one to hear that, oh, did you know they're developing a She-Ra show for Netflix?
Well, that's why.
Did you not think that I was going to walk up to the nearest high ledge and think about just ending it right
After
there
I
when I heard
watched
this
it,
news?
yeah.
That's why I'm glad that now I just wait until the urge strikes, and then I watch it on Disney.
Or when the alcohol kicks in.
Yeah, that actually happened months ago. I was getting pretty toasty, and Emily fell asleep because, of course, and I was like, I guess I'll put on Captain Marvel and see.
Oh my god!
I still not watched that one.
I only I made it like halfway, and I'm like, it wasn't terrible, but I was just like, it's just like all the other ones have been. I'm like, they need to have more of an identity. It just seems so homogenized because
I think that's when I just stopped watching them, was after that one came out. I'm like, I just don't feel like it. I never liked her in the comics anyway, so I'm just like, why don't
she
we
was a
go watch
shitty character in the comics too? Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't give a
fuck.
fuck.
I'm not gonna watch a movie. I don't like that character. And then just slowly after that, I just stopped watching them more and more and more.
What?
Well, and then it was like, Rebecca was talking to them.
I was gonna jump in and ask any of
it was like
any
a mating
you,
call for him, like
if anyone here has plans to watch that Christmas story like that sequel.
Wait a second, Nathan. Do you know that's what I've been wanting to say the whole time? I was like, have you seen Christmas Story? Because I did just watch it the other day. It's decent, but it's not.
I'm gonna wait.
I thought it was gonna be dog shit.
I mean, the trailer looked bad, but some of the reviews are saying like
it's not bad. It's not.
Solid.
No, you're
I'll
not
watch
gonna
it closer to Christmas.
Yeah. All right. Let me ask you this, Joe. Was it a warranted story?
Huh. Well.
Yeah.
That's a no.
That's it.
I don't want to. No, wait. I don't want to ruin a plot to it, but I understand
that, but the
why
story
they
they're
tried
telling,
it.
like, was it really? Because honestly, it's just like, like we need content, we need stuff. People remember the Christmas Story. You go to your local Walmart in October, you see all the Christmas Story merchandise.
To say the story of Ralphie, and as an adult, and what Christmas meant to him, and what it means now to his family, I do understand it. I could understand that. It's just the movie itself fell a little flat to me
because they don't know how to write stuff anymore.
Well, no, not just that, but even just the acting felt meh. They worked great as kids, but as adults, it felt strange with them as adults. But I like the premise of the story. It's just it fell flat.
Well, because I know with what they're doing there, they're not showing growth. They're saying, hey, do you remember these characters? Let's reference Flick putting his tongue on a pole.
Do you remember
reference
it?
Schwartz cussing. Let's reference Scott Farkas, with his yellow eyes. Like
I said, it wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it's just, it's not one that I'll revisit. Like, I'll watch the original Christmas Story every fucking Christmas, but this I will probably not watch again. So
I'm not saying something because Joe.
But it wasn't insulting to you or anything like that. It wasn't like bad, but just not staying power.
No, it just didn't catch. It just didn't hit here. I was like, I see where you guys were going, but
it'll come and go like a fart in the wind. No one will care in less than a month. It will not leave its impact on society. People won't be celebrating this film. Then move on to the next piece of shit.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's what so many things are like now. There's no lasting power for them. Who remembers? Okay, I don't like Independence Day at all, the first one or whatever, but everybody remembers the first movie. Who remembers that there was a fucking sequel not that long ago?
That's true.
Nobody.
And that's what this will be. It'll be a forgotten sequel once Christmas is over. Hell, it'll probably be forgotten about before Christmas even gets here.
Well, when they're starting
I saw things
push
where
that shit in
I have
October.
no desire to watch it, really.
Well, plus, too, with this stuff showing up on streaming services, that's why a lot of the stuff is going to come and go and be forgotten. Because theaters, you had to go, get up and go. This, you can sit on your ass, fart all you want, talk all you want, play it. Whether it impacts you or not, you'll have,
Did you, this is for Tyler, because I don't think anyone else has watched it. Did you watch the second episode of Tulsa King yet?
I did. Yes, I did.
I need to do that after we're done with the show. Is it just as good as the first episode?
I feel like it's not as impactful as the first episode, but it's kind of progressing a few things that we've seen in the first episode. I feel like the next episode.
So we're building. Yeah. No, that first episode.
Rebecca.
Yeah.
What'd
You're
you
just
think
trying
of
to
this,
show
that
off
what
because you
Jenny
see
did?
me
I like
playing
how, I
with
like how
my
Joe just like complains.
know,
Like,
just
Tulsa
like-
King,
What'd you
what's
think
that?
of this?
Look
Yeah.
at these.
It's
Look at what
adorable.
my girlfriend
Jen-
made for me.
I
Jenny
know it's
Q
cute
made
that
this.
you have a girlfriend making you stuff. It's really cute.
It is, and I can
Well, I got,
look
well,
at Tyler's
Aw.
looking for
I've got
something.
stuff I can still hold too.
Oh man, hey, look at this discarded paper
Oh.
towel that I had that like I washed
Oh,
my
oh,
hands.
No,
with.
she's
I got the
crazy
head of
good at
Griswold
this.
here. What do you
Oh
think
my
about
God,
that? I
damn
got
it.
something for you to hold too.
Got a screwdriver right here. Wait, that's pretty cool.
She's crazy good at that stuff. That looks
Kiss
like
it.
very professional.
Okay,
looking.
Nathan, you and I will have our own
She
private
is.
conversation
Yeah,
while we're
well,
live.
yeah.
I
too.
guess
We'll
that's just
talk
how we'll
over
end the
then.
show. You guys have your conversation down there on the screen, and we'll have our conversation.
Yeah, so yeah, Nathan,
Who's
I
a
like
good
episode 2
keeper?
of Tulsa King.
You
I thought it was
are.
good. You know,
You's a
quality, it was
keeper.
like,
We
I
do.
won't say a drop, but it wasn't like
Yeah.
moving up yet.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
we only one second episode in, but I'm like, I enjoyed it.
That first episode was so fucking awesome. Though.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I agree
we know what you
wholeheartedly
do.
with
You and your long
everything.
hair and shit and being, you know, a bum.
Hey, now I have long
He's
hair
got
too.
long hair.
Yeah, but you know what, Nate?
He's
but
just not a
that, to
bum.
me, that's part of like, you know, Nathan's look. Joe is just being lazy.
Hey, he hadn't got that
fuck it,
coupon
I
yet.
agree.
Yeah,
I
he's waiting to
agree.
go to Supercuts.
They still haven't given the coupon for over there at that place.
Why don't you go to
Great
Walmart
Clips
and get your
has a
haircut there?
$5.99 haircut. I'll get a haircut.
And go to you know
Do
Wood
they do
Forest
that at
Bank.
yeah,
Yeah, they cut
they
hair
got a
at Walmart.
salon at Walmart.
Yeah, you can get your nails done there too.
Yeah.
Really? Is it
Yeah.
cheap though? Is it like $5.99?
I don't know. I
Never
haven't seen
done
it,
it.
Joe. I get $35 haircuts, Joe.
Which is funny because Tyler,
Oh,
like,
shit, that's
his hair's
crazy.
always just short. Like, I don't know. Actually, hang on.
Oh, crap.
Hey, wait, no, hang on, Joe.
I cut
Are
John's
you gonna
hair
bring?
No,
because I'm pretty good at it.
I kind of feel like embarrassing Tyler right now.
What are you?
Oh, what
bringing
else
up?
is new?
No, I got that.
Nathan made his whole high school career was like, you know, like, I'm gonna embarrass Tyler.
No, I
Or does
got
he have long hair in the photo you're gonna show? or
Yeah, I got
something?
actually I have Tyler's freshman.
Oh, that's the worst one. God Almighty! I knew that was the one he's gonna bring up.
You know what? I'll show mine too because it looks like my hair wasn't cut right, but it's just where it's curly and it curled on one. I'll show mine too because if I'm gonna embarrass Tyler,
mine's more embarrassing. You know,
I'll embarrass myself. All right, so this is what we look like. This would have been fall of 1998. Since, you know, Tyler and I aren't embarrassed to share our age like Joe is. All right, here's Tyler. You guys ready for this?
Let's see it.
That doesn't even look like Tyler.
What a handsome man!
Look at He-Man, everybody.
Yeah,
There he
look at Prince
is.
Adam there. What a schmuck!
All right, you ready? You ready for this shit? So I'm wearing this is like
Okay.
this is a blue and black like striped Nike. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking wearing this. My bangs, like the front of my hair, was cut properly, but where it's so curly when it's
Joe's
especially
laughing still.
when it's short, it looks like my hair is just fucking like just. It looks like someone like I cut it myself or like a little kid cut my hair. All right, you ready for this? That
God damn it, didn't even look like you.
it legit looks like a prison photo. Look how happy I am right there. Yeah.
Aw. What a dork.
Look at these guys. Look at these guys.
I have braces in that picture too. I had braces taken off like right before high school, and that was like the
Yeah.
last day I had braces.
Look at that.
I was a sexy man back then. Let me tell you.
Well, thanks for sharing
Yeah.
that shit.
Hey man. If you want
That's
to
a good way to end the show.
if you want to know why
Well,
we
fuck.
weren't really getting chicks in high school, there you
Yeah,
go.
that's why.
Yep.
Yeah,
I mean,
that
it
did not
really
look like
doesn't.
Nathan at all. Holy
It
fuck.
it doesn't look like either. of
No.
us.
No, it doesn't. I would
No,
never
I could
guess
see
this would be-
Tyler in Tyler, but Nathan, fuck, I wouldn't know who that was. God damn. Yeah, that's quite different. Yeah, look at that. Could you recreate that stupid smile and then do a side by side? Do that.
That's, I
that's
don't
more-
know. It's like, no, I can't do it.
So shit. All right, fuck. Let's wrap it up. If you
All
guys are new to this channel, make sure
Any
you
more
like,
questions for
subscribe,
us?
share, and ring that bell so you can always be notified when we go live. And until next time, I love my Jenny. Have a powerful day.
Aw.
I'll be back. Ha! You didn't know I was going to say that, did you?
Oh, that was Arnold fuck with the ticket. Why can't I say it?
Last
Son of a
Action
bitch,
Hero?
I can't say it.
Yeah.
Last Action Hero.
Yeah.
God, it's like I know the fucking movie and I couldn't even say
I was just
Last
like
Action
Joe being
Hero.
like Arnold with the ticket.
That's the movie that's
Yeah.
where that's the movie I did my first quote from when I started doing quotes was from that to make fun of Bozone.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I quoted Last Action. I told Joe I was going to do it. He's like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. You don't think I do it? I'll do it. And I just
Was
did
it that
it.
quote or was it a different quote? 'Cause I
It
don't
was
know.
rubber baby buggy bumpers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the
Nice.
line.
Did that throw off Bozone? Did he know what the fuck was going
He
on?
wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, he was too busy
Much-
being like stoned out of his mind.
Yeah.
See, look at that nice compliment from Oliver
Yeah,
Bellman.
I appreciate
to you, too.
that.
See, that was really nice.
He's being an asshole saying that. No, believe me, that was a struggle back then. Like you couldn't pay a woman to give me attention back then. God.
And he didn't rock that hair for too long.
No, that was the last time I had that haircut, like the bowl cut. Well, like that was actually got rid of the braces, and the hairdo was changed like right after that picture was taken. Not because of that. I just was doing something different, and yeah.
I'm changing my style. Don't call me that anymore. My new nickname is Ice.
Yeah. I had it burned into my head there. Yeah, it was the beginning of miserable days in high school. God,
good times.
Like looking at hot girls from afar, like, oh man, oh, she sure is pretty. Yeah, say, look at that. Yeah, and I wonder why women didn't pay no attention to me back then. Yeah,
I mean,
Nathan had great luck.
Nathan just looks like he don't give a fuck. Nathan just
that was me in high school.
Yeah,
that was me.
You
like that face right there. Yeah. Didn't
Tyler,
give a shit.
Johnny Conk had a question for you. He said, "How old were you when you started bulking up?"
That would have been
2005 is when I started lifting weights. Yeah. So I was.
This was after the piercing and the fucking Fu Manchu.
Yeah. I had an eyebrow piercing. I had 4 ear piercings.
And he had a Fu Manchu.
Yeah.
Oh, actually,
but I had that.
Is there a picture of you with the Fu Manchu on your Facebook?
There's a family photo like with me and like all my my cousins, and I've got like the Hulk Hogan like Fu Manchu.
God damn it! And
I think I've got some of the ear piercings in that picture too, but I don't think my eyebrow pierced.
That's a good one, Fedmon. I'll give it to you, Fedmon. That's a good fucking quote right there.
I need a picture of Joe from high school. Does anyone know how to scan cave walls?
Yeah, I was gonna say Joe hadn't changed much from his high school days. I mean, just look at him now. He still has the same red face. You know, he was like. You remember Frisco when Andy Dick played Frisco, Nathan?
No.
When he's making fun of Cisco, and shows him in high school, and he has like the same like Play-Doh hair, like staring off, like that's like makes you think of Joe Mama.
I have some pictures of me at 15.
Oh, we're having like a
But you weren't in school, right? You were homeschooled?
It looks like I was homeschooled, but like you'll look at it and be like, oh, that's just Rebecca with brown hair. Let's see.
Damn it! I
want to find.
I want to find.
Be like, it's just Rebecca with brown hair.
Let's see. Could you hold it close? I really can't see.
It's kind of blown out. I was so pale.
You look different. I mean, you do look different, though.
It does look like Rebecca with brown hair.
But it's like, oh, you look unrecognizable. It's like, yeah.
Honestly, you look older in that picture.
Yeah, she does. She does.
Oh, she does. That's what I mean. It doesn't even. I want to guess that was you. There's no fucking way I would have thought that was you. You look completely different to me. Honestly. Yeah, you do look older.
I guess you're Eowyn from Lord of the Rings there. Is that what you're dressed up as?
Kind of. I was just being dramatic with like I got this sword for Christmas. I got
Let me go find a photo myself or something.
Aragorn or
wait, what?
Gandalf sword. I got this sword for Christmas. It was Gandalf's sword, and I was like, let me just pose all dramatic with it.
I like how Joe got jealous. And he's like, damn it, I'll just go get a photo.
They're getting all the attention here. They're saying nice stuff about their pictures. Well, damn it.
Man.
They're so nerdy.
Yeah, we all are.
You used to post like so much shit on your Facebook. Like you just have to like.
I didn't do that much. I don't feel like I did that much back then. Like I did more than I do now, of course, but I wasn't much of a picture taker. Unless someone wanted to take my picture, I wasn't too comfortable. Just like, hey, I got to take a selfie, do the duck face and shit. You do that, Rebecca, when you take selfies of yourself doing? You do all
No.
that? Yeah.
No. The male duck faces though.
Yeah.
Look what I got. Like, look at my Shiro.
I got a pose with a drink in my hand. Oh, man, so cool. A drink.
All right, Joe, what photo of something? He probably just grabbed, like, those generic photos that
He
are
came
in
with
the
the frame.
Yeah.
No. This is me.
You're not showing an actual, because,
And-
Joe, someone
You're
else
right.
has already seen your face. So your gimmick is kind of, expired.
Well,
So-
prepare yourself for the absolute cutest little fucker in the world, and this really is me.
Oh, yeah.
It's
This
that
Joe, I
same
already
picture
showed my
that Joe
picture.
always shares.
yeah.
It's
Joe,
the only
I-
one I can show for those who
I
haven't
already
seen
showed
it.
my picture, Joe. It's talking about the
Look at
cutest-
that little bastard. You can't tell
Just
me
as,
that's not
just as
Aw.
blurry as ever.
Yeah.
Look at that cute little shit. Oh,
Aw.
that's me. So there.
Well,
Give you
that's
one
progress. He didn't, put
Cute little
a
bastard.
sticker over the face, so.
Yeah.
photo. Yeah, that's me. So just picture an older
Aw,
version of
that's
that.
so
I'm just as
So
cute.
Joe grew a pair and
Yeah,
showed a
thank you. I'm
picture
just-
of himself as a child.
Yeah, I'm fucking adorable. I really am.
So Joe, are we expecting new, bigger and better changes from you from here on out, or like this is a step of progress? We know very well before
No, that's it.
Jenny's got a gun
Jenny-
came into your life, and well, she may get a gun at some point. She gets to know you a little bit more.
Oh, see, look at
Yeah.
she sees baby Joey. That's right. She see my face. She can agree. Now, Jen, ain't I just as cute now as even back then? Or am I
Well, Joe,
cuter?
you're putting her
I
on the
just wanna
spot
hear
now.
what
She
has
kind
to
of
say.
has to say yes.
Yeah, you guys say yeah. He said, I'm fucking adorable.
What's with the fucking baby talk, man?
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm just. He's cute though. He's not cute. He's like, what's with
Well,
the baby talk?
you're
I
supposed
get
to leave
baby
others
talk.
to do that, Joe. It kind of makes you
Okay.
sound like you have an
Dude,
ego
if you
problem.
baby
Joe?
talked and Sonny could hear you because I have headphones on right now, she would talk. Because when I baby talk to something, even if it's not her, she's like, "Oh, she's talking to me," because I baby talk to her. But she's that voice. Like I'm talking like this, she's not budging.
she-
But if I go, "Oh, your puppies,"
Yep, she popped her, or he popped her. Oh yeah.
yeah, she would have threw her head up. Yeah,
Aw.
yeah, I see the babies. My baby best friend. Use my best friend.
All right, Tyler, your turn. Let's hear some baby talk.
I only do that to my dogs though. I'm not.
I
just-
never do it.
Yeah, I do that. All
I
the
do
time.
it. I
it-
baby
I-
talk. I do any talk. I'm in the mood
Oh,
for all sorts of
I'm
shit.
sure, Joe. You dirty
All right.
old man.
All right, Jenny, I love you, baby. We got to get out of here. So, I'll see you guys next week.
Joe, you don't speak for all of us, Joe.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Oh.
What an egomaniac.
Goodbye,
Tyler said he loves
everybody.
me, though. He said that. Tyler did say he loves
Well, we
Joe.
always
He's like,
tell
I
each
love
other
Joe.
that.
He's awesome.
Yeah, well, we kind of have to when you tell us
I
that,
do.
Joe. It's only polite.
He's like, I really don't want to say it back. He's
Wait,
like, love
no.
you. And then when I get off, he's like,
Um,
what a fucking piece of trash.
Dusan had posted in our group, I can't believe Joe Amato stripped himself naked live on the stream.
What? Oh,
Yeah,
what is
hang
he
on.
doing? Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, wait, Joe, you
What are
can't
we
go
going to
yet.
see?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
They got some fucking weird
Oh,
science
you gotta
action
include the
right there.
fart sound.
Hey, dude.
Jenny, is that accurate? Is that what he really looks like?
Yeah. Is that when you opened
Yeah,
the door and there he was?
Oh, not that. Exactly. Hey, dudes. That fucking guy.
Actually, I'll just
When he's going for that fly, remember.
there we go. We'll just this is how we'll leave it on the show.
Okay.
Yeah,
Everyone's
so-
froze up on me now. Like Rebecca's like
Really?
falling asleep. She was like this.
It was frozen for a
Oh,
second. Yeah.
well, I guess it's a good thing I had that up.
Yeah, there's yeah. See, Rebecca's back to being it's like she's bored. Like, God, I wish they stopped talking about wrestling.
All right.
All right.
I'm sure that's how Joe is when we talk about comics. He's like, oh my God.
Slightly.
Probably.
'Cause
Yeah.
I'm fucking terrible with shit.
Where the fuck is my StreamYard? I lost it.
You lost it.
What's she doing? All right.